Hello, everybody, and welcome to Dungeons and Drams, where some of your favorite whiskey tubers get together to play Dungeons and Dragons. Nice to see you guys. I know it's been a couple weeks. Let's kind of go around the table. I know a few of us have the same drink, so let's start with the one person I know isn't drinking Old Granddad. Ed, what are you up to tonight?
Yeah, sorry, I didn't have any Old Granddad in easy reach.
That's not a real crime. It's okay.
I've got Tripping Animals Brewing. This is their green canvas psychonaut juice.
Okay.
So it's orange. It's orange.
Okay.
And it's got stuff in it that is legal within the state I currently reside.
Very nice.
Is it also alcoholic or no?
No, it's not.
Okay, gotcha. I was like, damn, that's a combo right there.
Yeah, I don't know if that's legal. Yeah,
that's like Four Loko style. I do kind of want, like, I as somebody who does not partake, I do kind of wonder what it would be like to be both states at the same time and how that would really interact together.
I'm sure a lot of people could tell you.
Yeah,
I'm sure. Tricky balance.
So Jason, I know you drinking tea tonight, or are you going hot toddy route?
I had a hot toddy going with some rum, but I do have these beautiful rums that we selected for the Master Journey Club. These are from Rolling Fork, and they are cask strength. These are sourced from Foursquare.
Okay,
and this is a 9-year cask strength rum that is finished in an Elijah Craig barrel proof cask.
Wow.
Okay. And then this one is a 10-year cask strength Rolling Fork rum that was aged for over a year in a Woodford double oak cask.
Okay.
Interesting.
That Woodford double oak one might be.
I was going to say that sounds more interesting to me. They both sound good, but that one sounds more interesting to me for sure.
The Woodford double oak one is ridiculously good.
I bet.
We're releasing those, I think, next week. So just getting my tasting notes in.
Nice. Yeah.
That's the bougiest hot toddy ever.
I know.
Yes. Holy shit.
It was bougie and it was glorious.
Yeah, it sounds amazing.
Are you not feeling well, Jason? Is that why we're
yeah, I've been battling some kind of sinus infection all weekend, so
no, I'm sorry to hear that.
That's why I haven't really been able to record anything. I've just been, I sound like Kermit the Frog, and it's terrible. So
now, for what it's worth, you don't sound that bad, at least in the short term.
Well, that's good. I probably sounded worse a couple of days ago. At least I'm sounding. Yeah. I just have like that deep Barry, like in the in the morning. I should like record some like 900 number voice overs or something like that.
I was about to say you got kind of that just woke up like, hey everybody, like how's it going?
Yeah. This is excuse me, my dear, when I take off your brassiere.
That's his name? That's his...
That took a left turn.
Yeah. Hard left right there.
That's okay. So, all right, cool. So while we're going, so Jason, grab that link and get into Foundry so we know if you have a issue.
I can't drop it. I don't see it in this chat.
So it's in Discord and it's in the other. I'll drop it again just for the heck of it. Adriana, what are you drinking?
I am drinking some OGD 114.
Nice.
Because y'all will yell at me if I'm drinking Knob Creek again.
I think we all just kind of expect.
Knob Creek.
Yeah, I wouldn't yell at you.
And totally fine.
No. I already finished my Knob Creek. I had that first.
So I mean, hardly what you have though, I'm sure. So. Clifton, what are you drinking?
Well, Adriana inspired me, so I didn't have the 114. I also didn't have the bonded, but what I do have is a handle of the Old Granddad, just 80 proofer. So I have my my chalice here. So just for you guys, this might be a mistake depending on risky whiskey or not, but let's get her poured.
Going all in.
Very nice.
Yes.
College drinking.
Yes.
It's good stuff when it's got that plastic ring there.
I know. Yes. They have to control you because they know that you don't control yourself.
This isn't sweet tea, folks.
I like
so I wish it was.
So he's got a whole goblet full of Old Granddad for those playing at home.
Also, I'm Clifton. Wow, I didn't even introduce myself. I'm just like, I'm the group drunk. I'm just kidding.
Dude, you're among good company.
My channel is Bourbon Bites. I play Knobolas, a half-elf warlock, and he's gonna probably get into some trouble tonight. So that's what this is for, to help me
That's
through
every night.
I
Hopefully
think
all
he
of you
always
guys.
does, yeah.
Alessio is ready to
Oh,
go.
Oh, that is really cool.
Let's
I do
go.
love that.
So cute.
Every time you do that, I try to click on the just you picture, but it takes me too long. I am going to be joining both of you guys because, solidarity. I've got both the
Yes.
regular old granddad and the 114, so yay.
Do you have a chalice?
I have a small mini chalice that is not
Fill it
a
up.
chalice at all.
What's it called? A Russo pour or whatever? Whatever
When you blend them, it becomes the really old granddad.
Yes,
Great granddad.
Great granddad, yeah.
I like that.
I also
Cool.
do want to give a shout out to our patrons tonight. Mike, Steve, Tony Two Toes, EJ, James Taylor, David, Martin, and Paul. Paul is our most recent patron. So thank you to all of our patrons. And you guys can check out patreon.com/dungeonsanddrams to support the channel and get access to some behind the scenes content that Bill won't let us see because we're players.
Awesome. Well, thank you for that, Clifton. And thank you, everybody who shows up to the lives and those of you that watch in the future. So, without further ado, why don't we get going? So I'll give you guys a little recap because it's been a couple of weeks. When last we saw Snortimer's soldiers, which I still laugh occasionally when I write that. I'm like, that was just so long ago. Like, yeah, soldiers for a pig.
Snortimer.
Why not?
Yeah. That was a formative experience.
It was.
for
It
all
was
of
very
us.
good. All right. So when last we saw Snortimer's soldiers, the group had left the Chamber of Kings and followed Ragnar Goldbeard back to his house, where Ragnar was doing everything he could to impress our apparent resident celebrity, Noro. Ragnar listened intently to Agnomeio's tales of heroics, while Knobolas snuck off with Ragnar's wife, Alicia, to help her make tea. A private. I chose my words properly. I liked it. A private conversation between Knobolas and Alicia revealed that she had been suspicious of Ragnar's infidelity for a time, and she prodded Knobolas for information. Knobolas shared some details with her, and in doing so, broached the subject of his patron, Selgradan, and how he may be able to help Alicia if she were feeling a bit powerless. Meanwhile, Ragnar was swinging around Agnomeio's whip and enjoying himself when the guards, assigned to clean up the mess of the luminous golem, came up from below the house and informed Ragnar of the missing Chalice of Kings. Ragnar began to grow suspicious before Agnomeio, in a moment of genius, redirected the suspicions back over to the Obsidian Daggers, a group of shady dwarves just outside the Goldbeard clan's quarter. As I was writing this, I'm like, this whole episode took like 14 twists and turns. This is a complicated recap. So
That's what makes it a good heist, you know?
yeah, right. As if timed by an overzealous dungeon master, an explosion rocked Erngor Zuik, and the group heard screams coming from outside of the house. This led to a fight in the streets between corrupted kobolds and denizens of the Underdark. Snortimer's soldiers killed the kobolds, the creatures, and Alessio saved a trapped dwarven woman from a burning building. But the fight is over, and the group stands with within the burning city, hastily making their way towards the Skyway to board a skyship that they hope is still there. So we are going to go back into the burning Erngor Zuik.
All right.
All right.
Yeah. Burn, baby, burn.
Let's pull Alessio over to the scene for some reason. All right, so if you don't load in a minute or two, let me know, Alessio. But
I'm in.
all right, cool. So traveling through the Platinum Weave, you see dwarven mages summoning water to put out the fires, but it's only managing to stem the tide. The homes and businesses are burning, and there's little that can be done. You push through the smoke, coughing and choking, and occasionally patting out embers that land on your clothing, threatening to burn it. You approach a massive stone that's sticking out of the ground that definitely wasn't there yesterday. Beneath the stone is a building, crushed, with dead dwarves laying on the ground surrounding it, and the building is on fire. In the distance, you see another building, strangely not ablaze, but surrounded by a makeshift burning fence. All right.
Makeshift burning fence.
So, I ask you, what would you like to do? Or if you have more questions, that was a whole lot of talking.
so-
Feel free to ask.
Yeah, so so the scene we're looking at right now, we're next to a burning. What's that's on fire right immediately above
Sure.
us?
Directly above you it's like a market square that's on fire. Basically, you are surrounded by buildings from the Platinum Weave quarter that are on fire.
Okay. And there's this one here to the right that's on fire. That's the one that the stone is on top of.
Correct.
Um,
And then off in the
there's-
How
distance
big
to
is
the
this stone?
So this stone is gigantic. It is probably 50, maybe 60 feet tall. It's huge, and it's just a giant boulder. It had fallen from the ceiling of Erngorzuk, this giant cave in the mountain.
okay.
Does it look like it was like chiseled to purposely fall, like by the kobolds?
What it looks like is, and you could kind of tell this as you've been walking through, even though the smoke is very thick here, there's various holes in the ceiling. And if you remember back from, I think it was yesterday in game, which a lot has happened in a day, the kobolds, you had actually heard from one of the Ironbeard dwarves that the kobolds had been up on the ceiling for longer than you were expecting, or than he was expecting, considering all they do is clean out the chimneys of some of the soot that goes up there. So it seems as very much as if they had placed some sort of explosive charges in order to make this whole event happen.
All right. What's the building that's above us, but it's behind the one on fire, the one kind of in the middle of those three buildings?
Above it. Sorry.
Is that another? Is that?
So basically, you're just kind of like you had been walking through the town, and you are surrounded by some of the buildings. As you're emerging from the Platinum Quarter, the Skyway is very close to where you are. You're basically leaving some burning buildings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, we should probably head to the Skyway immediately before something else falls on our head.
For sure. I was also going to ask, as we're moving that way, the makeshift fence, like this barricade that's over here, that this barricade,
Yes.
it's like it's not that somebody's fence caught on fire. Somebody put up an intentionally burning fence.
Yeah, this is a makeshift barricade is a good word for it. You see, it's harder to see because it's a little further away and it's very smoky, but from what you can tell is somebody has erected a barricade of sorts and set it on fire as a way to, block something.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see some more shit going on down there. Oh boy.
Well, I guess we're going to have to get all Jean Valjean and storm this barricade.
All right.
Yes.
Do we have enough time to storm the barricade? I guess we should.
It's up to
Are we
you.
all just gonna run up at it, or should we some of us hang back, or maybe go,
Well, I
So
don't
is
know,
that the
dude.
only way to go?
I think we're going to have to go
Okay.
by the barricade because I don't think we can get through. Maybe we can.
Well, I think that is it the Skyway right above it there, or is that just
Yeah.
another out?
Yeah, so
No,
so you guys had walked around from where you could tell. Now, keep in mind, I can't portray this well on the VTT, but what I'm trying to get across here is that this whole cavern is totally full of smoke. You can see, but mostly what you can see is where there are blazes. So you know that the Skyway is close to you, and in reality, it's basically on the other side of that giant boulder. But at the moment, from where you are, you can't see it per se.
Got it.
I thought it would be a little too confusing visually to just block out a whole bunch of stuff.
No, that makes sense.
So are you guys
So-
thinking what I'm thinking? Maybe they're protecting some good shit in that barricade.
Oh, probably, yeah.
Okay. I don't know. You guys feel like fighting right now?
We just fought, and
You have to ask? Of course I feel like
I'm not asking you. I wasn't asking you. I always know what your answer is going to be, buddy. I want to ask the other people on the team.
So
what-
TaLin's been to the Platinum Weave before. Would she maybe know the area well enough to know if there's another route avoiding the barricade? I'm confused why we're stuck on going to the barricade.
So it's hard to know for, you know what, let's do this. Why don't you roll a perception check? I'm gonna give you a little bit more information, and while you're rolling that, I'll also tell you that this whole time, as you guys have been making your way through the city, Lil Grizz, whose owner had been killed in the last encounter, has been following you all this whole time. He's actually, if I
I have
remember
that
correctly,
right down to ask.
he's actually been riding on top of Booker.
I was just gonna say, if Little Grizz is riding Booker, that is a D&D cuteness record.
Well, that you can blame Adriana for that. She actually put him on there. So
Okay, good job.
All right, what did you roll?
With my new dice tray, I rolled a 13 total.
A 13.
12+1.
Okay, so with a 13, so what you can tell, you could see some forms in front of this barricade, but beyond that, all you can really tell is that the barricade's on fire. There's not a whole lot more that you could see. But to your question from before, all of you have actually walked through this area before. When you originally left the inn that you were staying at last night, you walked to the north and kind of explored the city a bit. So you had seen the Skyway, and that's why you're at all familiar with this area. But visually, you can't see a whole lot.
Gotcha. Okie doke.
Cool. All right, so tell me what you guys are doing, and then I'll unpause since some people like to move a lot.
Yeah, I noticed he kept pausing.
Ready to go.
Honestly, I was getting on top of Agnomeio because I accidentally came on or.
Keep going.
Never
Keep
mind.
going. You're doing good.
I accidentally dragged myself on top of him.
You did what with who?
I'm definitely going to clip that.
How is Little G's health?
Actually,
how's everybody's health going into this?
So I'll just tell you about Lil G, and the rest of you can answer however you'd like. But Lil G's hurt. Lil G he's wearing little tiny armor more to get him used to the weight of wearing armor, but it doesn't protect him very well. He's injured, he's bleeding, but he is keeping up with you.
All right, we may have to keep Booker and Lil Grizz out of this fight. So
yeah,
TaLin, if we decide to go after
Booker's so much stronger than I am.
I mean,
what if we hide Lil G behind a rock?
I don't want to let Lil Grizz out of my sight. Not enough fire.
Yeah.
Can we piggyback Lil Grizz on one of our backs just so he stays with us and not get hurt?
For sure.
Yeah, I mean he's on Booker's back right now. He could stay there for now and then.
So you all have backpack. If one of you would like to carry Lil Grizz, just let me know who, and that's totally a doable thing.
Lil Grizz in our backpack.
Yeah, like Lil Yoda.
Can he go in the bag of holding?
I was gonna say you could, but he would suffocate after 10 minutes.
Well, that's terrible.
Damn.
Oh.
Well, that's terrible.
Let's not do that.
Jesus, Bill.
Don't do that.
Oh
Don't do
God.
That. Says it in the
I like that
description
you
of the
know
item.
that though.
I like that. That's an option.
Yeah, I knew it off the top of my head too. Not even a question.
Yeah.
All right. So what are you guys doing? Because something's about to happen.
All right. Throw Lil Grizz in TaLin's bag. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's just on. Yeah. Yeah, he's on my back, and that way Booker is more useful.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. From the south, you actually see 3 dwarves that are kind of fighting against something that you can't see. These are to the southwest of you at the moment, and then they notice you and they start kind of walking towards you, waving at you.
Oh, hello, friends.
Is it like a happy hello, or is it like
They seem to be happy to see you. Yes.
I think that's a help. I think that's a help me hello. Like, dude, come. We're
No, they
fighting-
seem friendly. I'm going to go say hi.
No, I think they're fighting a giant wild turkey and they need our help.
So all 3 of these dwarves, they're kind of sticking together. You see that they're well equipped. Actually, they are wearing leathers or chainmail between the several of them. One of them actually is wearing a robe, and you would recognize him as a member of the Platinum Weave. The other 2 could be Silverhammer or Iron, whatever it was, Ironheart. Sorry, man, hard to remember. This is like months ago. And they appear as if they've been in battle. They're walking over to you and they're waving.
Can we do insight?
What are you trying to see?
They seem shady.
Yeah, go ahead. Sure.
Do they seem shady or not?
Roll for insight.
Okay.
Well, you see, they have red
wow.
borders, so
Yeah.
just
Right. Oh, not 20.
Don't read too much into that.
Man, that's a lot of insight.
I pick various colors for the borders depending on where people are from.
And that's
too,
plus
so.
5, so 25.
wow? She knows
Alright, so-
everything.
So you rolled a 25. So yeah, there's definitely something up with them. Actually, you see that they're all bleeding from the ears, and they're definitely walking uncomfortably.
Like they're being
Knobolas,
controlled.
What did you do?
Wait, what did I
Are they
do?
riding horses?
They're walking uncomfortably, man.
Hey, not the ears, bro. That's one orifice. I don't. Sorry, I'm sorry.
All right.
Anyways, but no. I would probably assume like maybe they're being controlled. Like that's not how dwarves typically walk.
Yeah, remember those weird rats with the mind control crap? Maybe that's what they're under.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, with a 25, you would certainly, TaLin, you would know something is wrong, just not necessarily what. However...
Okay, I tell the others that. These guys seem wrong, not on our side.
They're still walking towards us, waving happily.
Absolutely, and what we're going to do is we're going to roll for initiative.
Oh, great.
Okay.
Boy. Okay, hold on. Oh, no, initiative. Oh, good. I go last.
All right, and again, I always put Booker. I think it's just I select him and I tell everybody to be in it. All right, so we're going to begin combat. The first person to act is one of the controlled dwarves. So he sees you, Agnomeio. You are the closest one to him, and he is going to actually. Let me see this real quick. Okay, so the first controlled dwarf, he's going to target you, Agnomeio, and you're going to kind of lock eyes with him, and suddenly you're kind of overtaken mentally with just this fear. And he's going to use a thing called mental shock on you, which should be, hold on, sorry, that should be charged. And I'd like you to roll an intelligence saving throw, please.
Oh, I am shocked.
All right, so he is gonna do 28 points of psychic damage to you.
Oh, jeez.
As he kind of just this psychic thing. It feels like your brain is.
Whiskey. I'm not gonna chug this because that's a poor idea.
That's fair.
Man, I got a chalice to do.
Oh, fine.
Do whatever you think is fair.
Oh wait, I forget it's not alcohol. Like I said, oh fuck. Oh man, we're about to see a real whole nother side of Agnomeio.
All right.
He's just suddenly hungry. That's the munchies.
Yeah, probably. That'll be part of it. All right, rolling another save. Come on.
Come on.
There we go. 20.
Oh, that's much better. All right, so you are going to what did I roll? 28. So you're going to take 14 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
As you feel your brain like squeezing, and you feel a trickle of blood kind of drip out of your left ear.
Okay.
So he looks at you, and now he does this move, and then he's going to charge towards you. And that will be his move. Now, the next controlled dwarf, he's going to go next. He's actually also going to make an attack against you, Agnomeio. Same deal. Although, again, I should have had this thing charged. All right, so he is going to use his mental shock ability on you. Roll another intelligence saving throw.
Okay.
Ooh, you're lucky on that one. So you're going to take 15 points of damage.
Okay.
All right, and then he's gonna run towards these boxes. He's gonna jump up on top of them, and kind of your spirit animal, and he's gonna get right up in your face.
Excuse me, I jump on tables. I am much more classy.
Yes, that's fair. All right, so you now have these two controlled dwarves in front of you, and what you see is that whereas before it just looked like a little bit of blood dripping out of their ears are completely covered in blood, and there is just a ton of this. You see a vacant look in their eyes, and they seem just not in themselves, like almost like a zombie. All right, Knobolas, you are up.
Shoot. Okay. I'm gonna get some distance here. Like I'm gonna back up a little bit closer to this burning building over here. It's because one of the guys is up on standing on the bricks,
the boxes,
right?
Yep. You could definitely, especially with Agnomeio's height, you could definitely hit him without worrying about Agnomeio.
Oh, I wasn't worried about it.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be.
I'm gonna Eldritch Blast the one that just jump up to the top of the things first.
Okay. Eldritch Blast.
So it did something weird. Okay, I'll just try this. That was weird. Okay.
There we go.
Oh.
No.
No.
So a 1.
How full is that glass?
An 11 will not hit.
Risky whiskey.
Okay.
Oh, wait, however what?
No, I was gonna say, however, even with your natural 1, I mean, it would have missed no matter what. But you only just barely missed him. Actually, you managed to scorch the box right below his feet. Did he seriously just down that old granddad?
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Oh, good man, Clifton. All right,
Oh
this
my
is
God.
Clifton, get really interesting. Guys.
Clifton,
You
you have advantage on this next attack, Clifton. I'm.
No, I can't do that. I can't do that because I'm fucking with y'all.
Ah!
All right,
But
I appreciate your
I will go
honesty.
risky whiskey, just not with advantage because I
Fair.
can't get credit for that.
Nice.
All right, let's try that again.
Holy crap.
Man, the risky whiskey's coming out early tonight.
I know.
Ooh, yes.
You guys. All right,
Yeah.
a 19 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right.
All right, so a 9. All right,
Nine.
so as he jumps atop the box, you blast him right in the chest with an Eldritch Blast. He gets knocked back a little bit, but he's mostly okay.
Well, I get to knock him back 10 feet, so I want to knock him off.
That's fair. Okay, so yes, actually, I'm gonna make him roll to see if he falls over. So he's gonna roll in a. Let's go athletics. All right, so he lands on his feet, but he is pushed off of the boxes.
Okay. I'd like to
All right.
use my second Eldritch Blast on the other guy.
Okay. Go for it. And then TaLin, you're on deck.
Oh man.
All right.
13?
A 13 will hit.
Okay, great.
Damn.
These guys are a bit slow. They're easy to kill, or easy to hit anyway.
7.
So another 7 points of damage, and he'll get pushed back as well. So he's gonna get pushed back, right back over here. Okay, cool. Anything else?
Okay. You know what? These guys creep me out with the whole like bleeding ear thing. I'm gonna like move even further, like kind of like distance myself, kind of hiding behind this rock right here.
Okay, cool. So as you move towards that rock, you actually you walk into something thick, and you get stuck. You suddenly can't breathe as you realize that you've walked directly into a gelatinous cube.
Whoa!
Oh no!
Oh, that's not great.
So you yeah.
You just spawned that. That was not there.
I swear it was. So but here's the thing. You are stuck, and anybody who looks directly at you, like Alessio probably notices what happened, but I would hesitate to say that anybody else would see what just happened to you through the fog or through the smoke and just the fact that as you enter this thing, it pretty much engulfs you and you can't make a noise or do anything.
Well,
All right.
shit.
So now he'll be joining the initiative.
Yay.
All right, and there's really nothing else you could do, Knobolas. So TaLin, you're up.
Okie doke. So, did the one dwarf leave Agnomeio?
They both got knocked down their tuchuses.
Yep.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes, thank you. No, it's great.
Yeah. Because they were on top of the boxes. So can I still see them? Or are they like hidden behind these boxes?
Oh, sorry. Let me interrupt for 1 sec. I forgot. I actually do need to roll. More so, Knobolas, I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage.
Why disadvantage?
Because you didn't see that it was there, and basically it's you reacting to this thing all of a sudden just running into a thick wall that you couldn't see. So just, disadvantage.
I'm not trying to argue. I'm just
No,
curious.
I'm explaining.
Oh, no.
All right,
That's
so
not good.
you're definitely stuck.
Oh.
You're stuck in this thing. So, on a failed save, the cube enters the creature's space, and the creature takes 10. I'll just have you take 10 acid damage, and you're engulfed. The engulfed creature can't breathe. It's restrained and takes 21 acid damage at the start of each of its of the cube's turns. So you take 10 points of damage, and 21 every time the cube has a turn. You'll be able to make an attempt to escape as well. Yay. I'm gonna make you up just a little bit.
Knobolas hasn't died yet in
go.
all of this, so I think
know.
Knobolas is fucked.
Yeah, I was happy to put that little guy there. I actually thought it would be Alessio because he was only 10 feet from it where it spawned. So, all right, TaLin, what are you up to?
Rude. So TaLin is going to shoot at the dwarves.
Okay.
whichever one she can see. I don't know if the boxes are an issue now. So,
so I would say you're shooting with your arrow. You could definitely shoot around
yes.
what's going on. You could see the dwarves. All right.
Okay, cool.
Which one were you shooting at? I'm sorry.
That's
the one on the left? Or
it was actually going to be this middle one because it had
Okay.
been the one that was like attacking Agnomeio.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and that'll definitely hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
That'll definitely hit. Sweet. Boop. And then at the same time, Booker is going to be running down there. He's not enjoying that. So that's 7 damage.
All right.
Ooh.
So that's the guy that you're attacking. So 7 damage to him. Cool. And Booker's going to run down there, you said?
And Booker, who's wearing his bracers,
Mm-hmm.
is going to run. Oh, I'm still on measure. There we go.
Is Booker still
He's going to run down
holding
there and
Grizz,
attack
or-
this.
So I'm
No,
not
Little Grizz is on my back.
That's right.
Okay.
So I'll just I think you moved him a little far.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So what's Booker doing?
He is attacking, but he also has his bracers, so that'll do extra damage if he does. If he does hit 15.
15 will just barely hit.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So go ahead and do damage. You gotta kill him before he gets a fun chance to do stuff. I'm sad about that.
Hopefully.
All right. So, 9 damage with that, and then you also you would hit the little icon next to his bracers.
Yeah. That never actually works though.
Maybe not. Okay.
So it is supposed to be 2d6.
All right. Go ahead and roll that, and just let me know what it is.
Oop.
That works too.
Okay.
All right, 9 extra
9.
damage. All right, so he survives, but Booker is swiping at him real good, and he's still alive.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else?
I think that is all I can do.
Cool. All right, Alessio, you are up, and Agnomeio, you're on deck.
All right, so I look behind me and I see Knobolas getting eaten up by this cube of Jello. So I want to help him, or do I go after the crazy people?
Wow. Okay. You know what? You do you.
I don't even know what my options are. What would I even have to do to help him out of the Jello cube? I don't even know what that looks like.
I don't know that you would know. Tell you what, make a nature check for me. Let's see what Alessio may or may not know about gelatinous cubes.
15.
All right, so I'll give you a little bit of info. In general, they hunt by being completely invisible. They don't move so that people or creatures do run directly into them. They dissolve creatures using acid, but they also have these, like, they're called pseudopods, but they like lash out and can whack you. Mostly they are happy to just kind of sit there and digest. They're not very intelligent, so they might not know to run away. But as far as like escaping, you could try to pull Knobolas out, or Knobolas needs to try to make his own escape.
Can you see it when somebody's inside of it? Like,
You
does that
can
make it a
tell
little
that
more
Knobolas
obvious?
is just kind of hovering in nothing, so you could assume something's
Okay.
there, but you still really can't see it unless there is stuff floating in it, which in this case there was not.
All right, well, I don't want to get close to it because I don't want to get sucked up either.
Mm-hmm.
Can
need a
I can I tie a rope to an arrow and try to shoot it in there? And
You
then pull him
could.
out?
The most that would do is give Knobolas like an advantage on trying to save himself.
Hey, that's
Okay. As far as Knobolas, if he tried to save himself, what does he have to do? Just roll to get out?
Correct. Yep.
Great question. Oh wait, so it's just like a the roll I did earlier, the dexterity.
So in this case, it's going to be. Sorry. I had it. I just looked at it like 2 seconds ago. Engulfed creature can try to escape by taking an action, making a strength check. I'm not going to tell you what you have to build.
Wait, no, it does the strength check, not me.
No, you do. So you
Don't
need to
you have a
roll.
lot of,
Yeah.
Oh no.
doesn't he have a lot of strength?
He's got
or
gym
no?
muscles. No.
It's a facade. It's a facade.
All right. What are you doing, Alessio?
Oh God.
It's just-
5,
Injecting silicone.
4.
I'm gonna go
3.
after these guys. I'm sorry.
All right.
Knobolas.
What are you doing? Cool.
No.
Look, they're all
Yep.
lined up, so I'm gonna hit them with my my javelin
Yeah?
of lightning.
Perfect. All right. So you're
Yeah,
going to aim for the
lined
far
up.
guy, I
Oh,
would assume.
sweet.
Yep.
Yep. They are
Cool.
lined up, baby. Here we go.
I like that because
Straight through.
Knobolas actually put them in
Hit 'em
that
all.
line.
Oh
It was-
my god.
An 11 is not going to hit.
I'm gonna have to risky whiskey too. Shit, this thing is sucking tonight.
Oh, I like
Hold
that you guys
on.
are all using them now.
I need the rum.
Wait, what?
There you go.
All right. Let's try
I like
again.
that. I like that you were eager on that. I was actually going to let you off the hook tonight since you're not feeling well.
There we
but-
go.
All right, 22 will do it. All right, so I will tell you that you're gonna kill 2 of these guys most likely. So, but it's fine. Roll your Javelin of Lightning's damage, which, if I remember correctly, is kind of like what it does to everybody in between you and them, and then more damage to the one that you hit.
Yeah. So.
Right. So it's
let's
gonna be 8
see.
damage to the one that you actually hit, but then you also
so,
roll
yeah.
additional damage for
Turn back to javelin making. Target takes damage from the javelin plus 4d6 lightning damage.
right. Yeah. So roll
So do I-
4d6.
Oh, yes.
Roll 4d6. Okay.
Yep.
Roll 4 of them.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, they have to roll dexterity saves.
Yeah.
Excluding, but that's fine. Go ahead and roll your damage anyway.
15.
All right, 15. So I can tell you the guy actually. Okay, I'm just gonna have one of them roll dexterity because the other 2 are gonna die.
Yes.
So he's gonna be
Oh.
all right. So he's gonna succeed. So he's gonna take 8 points of damage. So the one that appears to be some sort of a mage or something, he falls to the ground dead, and the initial guy falls to the ground dead.
Nice.
All right, but the there's one left,
Okay.
the one closest to you.
Yeah.
Yep,
So I'll do my little bonus action to kind of dash next to Agnomeio.
sure. All right.
Okay.
You smell the smell of singed dwarf hair. It's kind of gross. It smells worse than normal hair. All right, Agnomeio, you're up.
Aha! Time for stabbing.
No whipping?
Weep.
No, it's a stabbing time right now. It feels like stabs.
I was just thinking of Knobolas.
I don't know about what happened in Knobolas. As far as
Oh,
I know,
that's right,
Knobolas is
yeah.
fine.
Blub, blub.
Alessio, you gotta tell us stuff. As you ran away from Knobolas and was like, I'm gonna go kill these guys instead, so never mind.
All right.
I didn't want them to mind fuck anyone else. Oh my
12.
god. We can't roll tonight.
Yeah.
Does 12 do anything?
12. I'm sorry. 12 will hit. Yes, I was reading something.
Oh, it
Well,
does.
Lucky me.
Yeah,
lucky
12 will
duck.
hit, and
21. Wow. All right.
oh, that'll
That
do
guy's
it.
dead.
All right, so
guy's
he
dead.
falls.
Hell yeah.
He falls to the ground dead as well. All right. So for the moment, now all you see is actually, I would say, Agnomeio, you probably see Knobolas hovering in the air at this point. TaLin probably as well. You more so you notice the lack of Knobolas interacting with anything. All right. Up next is the gelatinous cube. So on its turn, Knobolas, you're going to be taking some damage here. 21 points of damage.
So I'm not trying to do a roll or anything.
Not yet. Nope, not until your turn. All right, so it's going to do 21 points of damage to you, and that's actually going to end its turn because it doesn't really know to like run or anything like that. Knobolas, it is your turn now.
Well, great. Well, first of all, I'd like to use guidance on myself. I'd like
Okay.
to touch myself.
What is guidance an action or a bonus
Typical.
action?
It is a cantrip, so
So-
it is a action. It's an action. Yeah.
So that would be in place. Well, first, all right, that's fine. I'll allow that. That's fine. So you can guide yourself and then make a strength check.
All right. That's with advantage, right?
No, guidance gives you an extra D4, I believe.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Sorry, I'm panicking.
That's okay.
Okay, strength
You
check.
should be. That's what I'm going for.
Okay, so I got a 8. So I get extra. You said D4.
Correct. Let's see what you roll. This will be interesting.
An 8.
I didn't roll. Sorry, that was no. Wait, what? Oh yeah.
All right.
So
that is, you needed to roll a 12. So
Wow.
you're 8 plus a 4. That's why I said it'd be interesting. So you had 25% chance. So you find yourself ejected from this thing as you much like that scene from Ace Ventura, the second one where he comes out of the rhinoceros. That is basically what it looks like of you coming out of this gelatinous cube. You fall on the ground and you're just kind of like shaking and you're just really gross and slimy. All right, and that will actually be... You could use half of your movement to stand up if you'd like.
Yeah, I want to stand up.
Yeah, okay, sure. So, and then you'll have half your movement left, but it will make an opportunity attack if you do leave it space.
Oh, fuck off. Sorry.
How is the gelatinous cube going to attack him as he goes away? What's it going to do? Shoot Jello at him?
It has these little things called pseudopods, similar to a mimic. It's basically it like lashes out with like a tentacle kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
All right. So what are you doing, Knobolas?
Remind me, if it's trying to attack when I'm not inside of it, what can it actually do?
It basically can whack you with a pseudopod. You don't really know this. I'm kind of giving you more than I probably should. It can hit you with something.
Okay.
Dude,
it can't like suck me back into it though, can it?
You don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm gonna move away.
Okay.
I'll take the damage.
All right. So it's
She's
gonna make
use half my movement.
It's gonna yes. So it's gonna make an attack against you with a pseudopod, which is not going to hit. Maybe you're a little too low, quivering on the ground as you crawl away very courageously. All right, and the gelatinous cube remains. Okay, so up next is TaLin. But however, before TaLin makes a move, you start to hear this weird buzzing. It's like bzzz. That's all you hear.
Oh God.
I don't like that.
Nor should you.
Can we tell where the buzzing's coming from? Like, is it all around or like
I would say
from a certain direction?
A giant freaking bee now coming after us. Something crazy.
I would say that it feels like it's all around you.
Oh, ew, I don't like that at all.
That's not good.
Yeah.
I feel like one giant bee is better than a lot of bees. I'd rather not deal with a lot of bees.
Yeah, I'm
one horse-sized duck or what is it? 10 duck-sized horses.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, exactly.
Okay. Well, TaLin doesn't know what's going on with the buzzing, but she saw this like Knobolas fall out of whatever and looking rough. So she goes forward about 10 feet, which puts her within 30 feet of where Knobolas had been, so that she can use her flame, which is a cantrip.
Sure.
Yeah,
I would also say you guys cannot see the gelatinous cube, but you can target where it was. As soon as Knobolas left it, it's like you really couldn't even see where it was. It's picture just an invisible cube that's holding things suspended in the air.
I don't even think we should mess with the gelatinous cube. Just let it be.
I mean, but like we don't know if it can move or not. That's my fear.
Yeah.
Well, that's
How many times are you gonna roll this?
So I get 2 attacks. So one failed, but the second one was a 19.
Sure. All right, go ahead and roll damage with your produce flame.
Which I did, which is I rolled 7 damage.
Okay. All right, so you do a little bit of damage to this gelatinous cube. You see your flame basically hits this. It's like an invisible wall, but you see waves like a puddle almost, and then it dissipates.
But it gives us an idea now of like where it is and kind of how big it is, right?
It's definitely still where you saw it. Yep. All right. Anything else?
And TaLin's gonna move over to, because she only used 10 feet of her movement, so she can move over to like this building with Lil G.
Sure.
He's gonna come with me, and just to take cover because she's confused about what that was.
Sure.
Aren't we all?
And I call Booker back to me, and he brings back my arrow that I shot.
Sure. All right. So Alessio, it's going to be your turn, but at this point you start to notice that there is another group of dwarves that are fighting to your south. And they're fighting with one of the creatures that you had seen in the previous fight called a hook horror. This thing is standing about 8 feet tall, so it's about twice as tall as they are, and it's just lashing out at them with these giant razor sharp claws, these long fingers. And two of the dwarves are, one of the dwarf is on foot with this large warhammer, but two of them are riding on black bears with a shield and a warhammer in their hands. And they're doing well against this. You can see that it's a well-matched fight 3v1. You don't know how the fight will transpire, but at the moment they seem to be holding their own.
They seem to be holding their own?
Correct. Against this thing. Like, you're not sure who's going to win, but they're not getting overpowered, and neither is the creature.
Okay. Let's see here. If I do... Oh yeah, look at that thing. Gee. Oh yeah, that's the thing that looks like the thing from Return of the Jedi. I remember that guy.
That's right. Yeah. I actually meant to show this.
He's in my book.
Oops.
He is. Sorry, I'm showing the audience.
Book horror.
If I do, man, that's not going to get me there. He's far. I mean, if they're holding their own, I'm not going to try to. Because the could I dash and do sneak attack? Not
So
sneak attack.
I would say
Misty step.
You
Dash and Misty step.
No, because dash is going to be your bonus action, but so is Misty Step.
Right. So yeah, I won't get there.
Yeah. If you dashed, I don't think you can get there, can you? If you dashed, you could get to it, at which point you could attack. And because it's otherwise preoccupied, you would get advantage, which is equivalent to, advantage plus.
All right, so the dash gives me the dash.
You could be a badass if you dashed. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna dash then. I'm gonna go. Right. I'm gonna go the 60 feet. Go right behind him.
Sure.
Boom. I gotta get a little closer, right? Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm going to use my. I'm gonna go with my Glacial Sting.
Okay.
Do an attack. And with advantage, you said, correct?
With advantage, yep. So, which is also going to get you your sneak attack.
22.
Oh, damn.
22 will hit.
All right, let me go to my sneak attack.
Who are these people? Why are you helping?
So at this point you could definitely see they're very clearly Ironheart dwarves. They're part of the military of Erngor Zuik. This is their job and they are actually doing it. You hit for 16 damage with your regular attack. Yep. And now go ahead and roll sneak attack damage. As you run out of the smoke and ember filled city, and you just dive into this thing with your rapier. So you do an additional 18 points of damage for a total of what is 16 plus 18. That's a lot. 38, something like that. Or 34. So that's a lot of damage. Nice job. All right.
Thanks.
Anything else?
No, that's it. I already used my bonus action, so I'm in it.
Cool. Agnomeio, you're up.
Aha! Like I'm running after Alessio, like, wait for me, brother Alessio! So I'm going to dash. And then I want to use my action surge to stab this thing.
Okay. So hold on. Oh, okay, cool. Got it. Yep.
Yeah,
go for it.
I think that works, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I'm going to do this the action surge and then stab it times.
A 19 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Right. And 16 damage.
Excellent. So, here's what happens. As Alessio stabs this thing in the back, you also come running up and you stab it. And both Rhymegeist and what is it?
Pyroxis?
Pyroxis.
Oh, yeah.
As Rhymegeist and Pyroxis are both in the creature, I'd like you both to roll a d6.
Oh, this will be interesting.
They're both in the creature.
They work together.
All right. So as they're both in the creature, Alessio, you feel the blade start to shake. Agnomeio, you feel the blade start to shake. Alessio, your blade grows cold, and Agnomeio, your blade grows hot. And you see around your blades, they connect, and electricity flows between them, and you do an additional 4 points of electric damage, lightning damage to the Hook Horror, as these blades work together when you hit something in the same turn.
Oh shit! That is some fantasy badassery right there.
Awesome. Now, I will say you guys don't know how many times a day this will happen, but for the moment, it's at least one.
Very cool.
All right. Anything else, Agnomeio?
No.
Wait, Agnomeio, when it happens, we look at each other, and then what do you say?
Yeah, I like this. You may take a moment if you'd like.
Oh. I try to think of what's a good one.
So while you're thinking, I'm going to take a turn with the gelatinous cube. So the gelatinous cube is going to disappear from your view as it moves its whatever it decides to do. And then I will wait until I do my next thing.
Oh, I was going to say, danger, high voltage.
I was gonna say, I look back at you and I go, 1.21 gigawatts.
Beautiful. I love it.
I was gonna say Knobolas is like incredibly jealous of this, but I feel like he's gonna notice the gelatinous cube disappearing, right?
No, so you wouldn't actually even see, like, as soon as you left it, you don't see it anymore. Now all you know is it's not near you, or that you are not inside of it anymore. That's it. You're still catching your breath.
So I'm just gonna continue to watch this jealous fest of these two adventurers.
So what you do see, Knobolas, however, is a large mosquito-like creature.
Oh boy.
Zipping down towards you. It didn't quite make it to you, but it was perched atop the large rock, and it is zipping towards you, and it's like, bzzz, but didn't make it to you. All right, up next, one of these corrupted kobolds that you had seen in the other area that's been surrounding this battlement here. It is now seeing you guys attacking this Hook Horror, and it's going to come get involved. So it's going to head 30 feet towards you, which is going to be all it can do. All right, up next, TaLin. You kind of see the same thing heading towards you from behind. Or maybe you don't. I'm not sure. But you hear a buzzing coming up behind you. As you see another one of these. And you recognize this from your book. This is called a sturge. And a gigantic mosquito really is a very good description of what this looks like. All right. Up next is another one. Now, this one is going to make it to you, TaLin. This sturge perched on a house right in front of you is actually going to attach itself to you.
Oh god, no, it's not. Not with a 7.
You're correct. It's going to attempt. It's going to attempt to attach itself to you, but it's going to miss. As you hear,
Helen doesn't even notice. She's just flipping the pages of her book.
Well, you've traveled through the jungle quite a bit, and mosquitoes are something you're very well aware of. So you hear it, but maybe it doesn't affect you quite as much. All right. Up next is the tentacle-armed kobold, which is also going to make its way towards the Rapier brothers over here. All right. Okay. What you see, TaLin, unfortunately all by yourself over here, you see the head of one of these dead dwarves. You see something start to dig its way out of the top of its scalp. And you see
freaking intellect power.
A little brain with legs starting to crawl out. And it's going to head towards Booker, being the closest the closest thing next to it. And it's going to make a multi-attack with its claws against Booker. So the first attack is going to miss for sure. The second attack... Let's see. Second attack is a 19 to hit, which does 6 points of damage to Booker, which I'll just ask you to take care of.
Okay, yeah.
And that will be all it does at the moment. This thing kind of leaps out of the head, and it moves very quickly. It just dashes towards Booker and starts swiping at it with its claws. All right. And then, just for fun, you see the next dwarf. Same thing happens. The top of its skull opens up, and an intellect devourer comes out. It looks around for a minute, and it heads towards you, Knobolas. It's not going to be able to make it towards you, but at the moment, a large boulder is between you and it. So if you want to hit it, you'll have to move.
What is this that's running towards me? I'm sorry. I was focused on the mosquito.
That's okay. It's called an intellect devourer. You had seen them in the previous encounter.
Oh, the things that I blasted before I even got a chance to.
Yep, they're little brains with legs. All right, Knobolas, you are
coming back for me. I know you would not be satisfied based on the last game. You're like, you know what? I killed them all before you got a chance to do anything with them. So I knew this was coming.
All right. So what are you doing, Knobolas?
Oh, it's my turn. Oh,
you are currently kind of all by yourself. You have a gigantic mosquito coming towards your back. You have a brain with legs coming towards your front, and a gelatinous cube wandering around somewhere that you can't see.
What was that? Okay. Anyway, sorry, got distracted. You know what? I'd like to peek out from behind this. I think the brain with the legs is a little bit more scary. So I'm gonna back up a little bit if I can figure out how.
So you'll need to either, I was gonna say you'll need to go down or something in order to get to it. Yep.
Here, I'm gonna Eldritch Blast the brain with legs.
Okay. So you pull your shirt open and you blast it with your nipples.
Of course.
A 17 to hit will definitely hit.
Damage.
Nice.
Okay.
For 13 points of damage. That's a hefty hit, plus it'll push it back 10 feet. All right.
Okay.
So you blast this intellect devourer. It goes flying back, kind of tumbling over itself. It's like a brain, so it's rolling like a ball. But it puts its legs out and it stops itself from going about 10 feet later. All right. What's next?
I'll use my second Eldritch Blast for the mosquito bug thing that's coming towards me.
Sure.
I think I can see it from here, right?
You definitely can. Yep.
Okay. Let's go ahead and attack it. 17.
Jeez, man. All right, 17 will do it. You rolled a 7. All
11 damage.
You blast this thing out of the sky like, you singe its wings off and it falls to the ground and splats against a rock.
Yeah.
As all mosquitoes should. Yeah.
I'm going to be very careful with my movement. I'm going to move south.
Sure.
Just a few...
You move,
no, please don't say that.
No, it's okay. It's okay. As you move, as you blasted this thing out of the sky and you see it bounce off the rock, you actually see it, only because you kind of nailed this. It bounces and it just hovers in the air. You managed to land it inside of the gelatinous cube. And at least for the moment, you can see, I'm going to leave it on the battlefield because you can see the sturge floating inside of the gelatinous cube. So I'm actually going to give you that little advantage of you knowing where the gelatinous cube is. And this will be for everybody. Yep.
Wonderful. I'm going to stay right here. Then I'm in my turn.
Cool. All right, TaLin, you're up.
Okay, so Booker is going to maul
PSA.
this thing that's
What is
bugging
that?
him. I have
PSA!
no idea.
I don't know what that is.
The hell was
Just
that?
so you
I
know,
don't know.
Wait, that wasn't on who that was.
Is it none of us?
there's a 23 hit.
Oh, no, it's a dragon. I'm sorry, what are you targeting?
The intellectual devourer
Sure, the intellect devourer. Yep.
underneath me.
All right, so this is with Booker. So he does hit
Yes.
with a 23 for 4 points of damage. And I believe he can use his Bracers of the Winter Wolf.
Bracers?
Yep.
Sweet. He does that, and that's an extra 4 points of damage.
Oh, you know what? Actually, if you remember, you and I nerfed his Bracers a little bit because we thought that they were a little bit too powerful, and it's a 1d4. It's not a 2d6. If you look in his in the description, because 2d6 was a lot. For this one, you rolled a 4. I'll just give you 4 points of damage, but going forward, we'll do 1d4.
1d4?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, I still have it.
It was
my
originally
notes
2d6.
wrong. Okay, sorry.
It totally was. Yep.
Gotcha.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody's
And so
in the chat. They're
his
saying public
attacks-
service announcement, don't kill the pets. So I've seen a lot of
Exactly.
chatter. I've seen a lot of chatter going by telling me not to kill Booker. I will kill Booker if I damn well please.
Wow.
Well,
Rude.
he's trying to make friends
He
here.
will.
Which,
He
by
will
the
kill
way,
Booker.
I do not damn well please. I hope I never kill Booker, but it will happen if it happens. All right, go ahead, TaLin. Anything else?
And then at least he's got like some protections I can pull out if need be.
Cool.
But so this mosquito thing is attacking me.
Mhm.
So with that, I'm actually going to use my what's it called?
Machete?
Bracer of flying daggers.
So it is right next to you, which
And
would
she's
mean
up to date.
anything ranged would have disadvantage.
Oh, is that count as range?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, machete then.
Okay, go for it.
I love a good machete. Oop. All right. Does
That'll hit.
a 26 hit?
Yeah.
I love that because then it's going to be like 2 points of damage. Wah, wah.
Oh,
yeah.
damn.
4 points of damage.
So you managed to kill it. These things only have 2 hit points.
Yes.
Nice.
So you slice a mosquito in half in the air, which is quite an impressive thing to do with a machete. Very good. All right. Anything else?
No, there's really nowhere we can move that would be useful.
All right.
So, no, that is it for us.
So Alessio, you are standing behind this hook horror at the moment. You have 2 of these corrupted kobolds bearing down on you. And these dwarves are kind of fighting against the hook horror. So what would you like to do?
I'm going to turn my attention to the mushroom heads
Okay.
because Agnomeio's here and the other guys are kind of holding their own, and I feel
Sure.
like we got a nice shot at them earlier. So, what can I do here? I can't use my Javelin of Lightning again. Or can I?
Nope.
No,
I
I
don't think so. One of these days I really need to take time to look at that because I believe it's like a once a day thing, but I could be wrong. Yeah, the Javelin's property can't be used again until the next dawn, so it's a once a day thing.
Okay.
Which
Well,
I'm
that's
fairly certain that you've used it already today, but I don't care about the we'll let that slide, whatever. 'Cause,
No, I definitely used it already. Yeah.
yeah, that's it. Well, you used it in the last turn or a couple
Yeah, I used
turns
it in the
ago.
last. Well, I used it, yeah, against the
Yeah.
controlled dwarves. All right, I'm gonna go with my glacial sting here.
Cool.
I'll target. Let's see here. I'll just target whatever one is closest to me here. Let me kind of get up to this one.
Sure.
Attack. Oh God, are you serious?
You've already
Natural.
whiskeyed, right?
Yeah, I already risky
did.
it. So I'm screwed.
All right,
Oh,
so
no.
that will not hit against the Razor Claw. Nope.
All right, well, I mean,
There's only so much you can do. Although, do you get 2
Yeah.
attacks?
I could either dash, disengage, or hide based on my cunning action, which is a bonus action.
I always forget if you personally as a. All right, whatever. It's fine. All right. Anything else?
No, I'll just stay right here and I'll use my uncanny dodge if they try to hit me.
Okay. Yeah. Agnomeio, you're up.
Well, let's see here. I mean, who am I kidding? I'm just going to slash at his legs.
Haha.
Ah, my daring plan is to stab you in your exposed areas.
All right. So you stab at the hook horror with a 27. That'll hit
And 15 damage.
for 15 points of damage. This hook horror is looking real rough at the moment.
Well, then let's do it again. 15.
A 15 will hit just barely.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You aggressive little
really
dwarf.
damage.
I mean, little gnome.
Oh, he's
So
dead.
that will be enough. And the hook horror. Tell me how you kill it. It's big enough.
I want to
think it'd be
do.
fun.
I want to do Shoryuken as I come up with the flaming sword. You know, it's like a tail, like
Awesome.
woo, like the move. Yeah.
Perfect. All right, the hook horror looks very confused, and the 2 bear riders and the other battle hammer dwarf they all cheer you on, and they gather up and they say there's more enemies to the south, and they're all gonna head off to the south and kind of leave this fight.
Okay. And everybody looks around and says, I didn't know Agnomeio knows Japanese. That's crazy.
It's a dialect of Gnomish.
Yeah, no, that actually means have at thee, motherfucker. You know,
It's the weirdest dialect I've ever heard. Okay.
All right. So up next, are you all set?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So out of the dwarven wizard comes yet another intellect devourer emerging from its skull. This one's going to come after you, TaLin. It is going to make a multi-attack. It's going to use devour intellect on you. I take it back. It's not going to get quite as close to you. It's going to devour your intellect, hopefully. You have to make an intelligence saving throw.
Hopefully not. Okie dokie.
Bill, what are the 3 raindrop icon on certain characters?
That means that they're bloodied, which means that they're under half health.
Okay.
17.
All right. So a 17 will be more than enough. You're going to take half that damage, so 8 points of damage? Yeah, 8 points of damage. Wow, math. So you're going to take 8 points of psychic damage, and since you succeeded, then we won't go on to the other stuff. Okay. So this intellect devourer is standing in front of you, and you kind of feel it squeeze at your brain, but you're very smart, or at least you pretend to be, and that's serving you well, at least at the moment. So let's.
Is it 8 points or 6 points?
Well, so I go in favor of you.
Did you get 12 points of damage?
So it rolled 17 points of damage divided by 2.
No, that was a saving throw.
You rolled 12.
Oh, that's
right?
your saving throw. I'm sorry.
I
You're
rolled a
totally
17.
right. You're right. Thank you for correcting me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so
okay, cool.
6 points of damage. I was looking at the wrong value. Perfect. Okay, so let me drag this guy up here. Cool. All right. Up next is the gelatinous cube, which let's see how far this thing can move, because that's going to be interesting. It senses you, Knobolas. It senses you. But it can't quite make it to you, at least not entirely, but it can lash out with its pseudopod.
Knobolas,
no, it can't.
That cube has a crush on Knobolas.
How long is it pseudopod?
It can't.
Once it gets
Yeah, it can't quite reach you. All right, Razor Claw is up next. So this Razor Claw is going to attack you, Alessio. It's going to make a Razor Claw attack against you a couple of times. So let's see what happens. So this thing...
That ain't gonna do it.
At this point, you're starting to realize just how mutated these things are, and in fact, their bodies actually don't even look like they're really holding themselves together well. And it seems to be fighting with, it seems to be fighting with an aggression that it almost as if it knows it's not going to live very long. But clearly, it can't hit for shit. So, so that's fun. But let's go ahead and add a couple more fun things to the initiative order here. All right, up next is a Sturge, which is the one that's right behind you, TaLin. This one's going to attempt to hit you and suck your blood. All the enemies. All right, a 23 will probably hit.
Yep, yeah, that hits.
All right, so 23, it's going to drain 7 points of damage from you. While it's attached, the Sturge doesn't attack. Instead, at the start of each of the Sturge's turns, the target loses 5 hit points due to blood loss, or whatever I roll. So in this case, it'll be 7. It can detach itself, but you can use your action to detach the Sturge. So you can't directly attack the Sturge, but you could use your action to detach it from yourself. All right.
Okay.
Up next is the tentacle-armed kobold, the one that's next to you as well, Alessio. So this one's going to come get involved in the fight as well. This one's going to attack you with its tentacles and hopefully hit, because then I can do its fun stuff. 20. So a 20 will hit you, Alessio, for 10 points of damage.
Yeah, I'm going to use my uncanny dodge.
Okay, so that reduces it by half, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So you take 10 points of damage. But it's also going to use a venomous strike as part of that, which you need to make a Constitution saving throw. If you fail, so it's a 12. So let's see, a 10. So you're going to be paralyzed. You can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns. So you need to, in order to get out of the paralyzation, you need to roll a 12 or higher.
Okay.
All right. So you are paralyzed. Another paralyzer. I hope somebody gets that reference. Maybe not. Kung Pao, Fist of... All right, whatever. All right.
Nope.
No? Man, you guys suck. Oh, that's such a good... I figured this
I know it's
audience...
got a panda bear, but...
Somebody in the audience is going to get that. All right. So the Mush Hammer is going to... actually, the Mush Hammer is going to retreat back past the barricade. Same with the other Mush Hammer. These guys are moving back to protect the other kobolds that are in here. At this point, we're going to go back up to the top of the round. The Intellect Devourer that is facing Booker is going to use Devour Intellect on Booker. Figuring that Booker might not be quite as smart as TaLin, which maybe is true, maybe it's not. But if Booker can roll a intelligence saving throw.
Come on, Buck.
I've moved on to the old Granddad 114, by the way. Oh, Booker has a -1 to intelligence. That's wonderful.
Oh.
All right, so Booker is going to take 11 points of damage, psychic damage, and on a failure, I'm going to roll 3d6. And if the total equals or exceeds the target's intelligence score, what is the target's intelligence score?
An 8.
An 8. All right. So if
Booker's is an 8.
I hate that
so-
you laughed because Knobolas is also an 8, so that kind of offends me a little bit.
is it that Booker's as smart as you, or are you as dumb as a dog? So,
Listen, I have the good looks.
just
I
a
don't
smart
have the cutie or the brawn.
all right. So I'm going to roll this publicly because it's way more fun. So here's how this works. I'm going to roll 3d6. If the total equals or exceeds an 8, that's your Booker's intelligence.
Can I
is
risky whiskey his saving throw?
Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
I'm scared. Okay. This is Booker's, actually.
Although
So hopefully that means it'll definitely work. It's a bottle pill.
I kind of hope it doesn't because I want to make my intellect devourers eat Booker.
No.
Why? See, you want to kill Booker, is what you're saying. You
are
want
canceled.
to.
Well,
You are
I
canceled.
haven't used Body Thief yet. That's a whole different thing. We'll see. That's the next step.
Oh, I thought last time you said like if this happens, you're dead. Like
So
that's it.
let me
You're over.
just so you having read the book, I'll give you more information so you could decide whether this is what you want to use your risky whiskey on. So I'm going to roll
You already
this.
did it.
Oh, you already did it.
Sorry.
Okay, never mind then. Go ahead and roll.
Do you see the
not
pain
see
on
her
my face?
face?
I can't see you because I've got like 1,000 things in my natural 20. All right.
19.
No.
Technically, it was a natty 20, but he has a -1.
That's
so
okay.
that's a 19.
All right, so that is much better. So he saves against that, so he just took the damage, and he does not have to make the other
Oh,
fun
thank
part.
Yay!
I'm also starting to realize, like at first I thought intellect devourers were a little OP, but I'm seeing it's like a 3-step process to actually make it happen. So it feels a little bit more fair if it gets to the point where it needs to. All right, up next is another intellect devourer, the one that was going after Knobolas and will continue to do so. It is chasing you down, Knobolas.
Come at me. Come at me, bitch.
I believe. Oh, it has 40 feet of movement actually. So
No,
it took
it does not. No,
It
you
sure-
fucking just did that. You just
No,
did that.
it sure. So, it's a brain with legs. I guess it doesn't have a whole lot keeping it back. All right, so you're kind of dumb. So this will be fun. It's gonna devour your intellect.
Wow.
So I'd like you to roll an intelligence
go
saving throw.
hungry.
Roll a
It is
what?
a little snack.
Roll a
Wait,
what?
the gelatinous cube also?
The gelatinous cube is
Devours
not
it?
involved. It's gone.
No, it's not
What am I
involved.
rolling?
Oh,
You're rolling an intelligence saving throw.
Can I touch myself again?
I mean, I can't see what you're doing below the camera, Clifton, but you know.
Can I guide it to myself?
No, because it's not your turn.
Okay, intelligence saving throw.
Right? It's not a reaction. It's a bonus.
No,
I would guess.
you're
Yeah.
right. It's
Yeah.
not. It's
Okay. All right. Intelligence saving throw.
13.
13. So you needed to roll over a 12. So you did it. So you're gonna take 9 psychic damage.
Okay.
But you avoid the much worse situation.
Yes, I know.
All right. Up next, Knobolas, you're up.
Oh, fuck.
So this
Fuck
this
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 little-
little tiny brain with legs just jumped at you and tried to like lick at your face and eat your. It tried to
Oh.
get inside of your head. What are you doing?
They're like little chihuahuas. It's great.
But worse.
No. Only select few get head from me. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast them.
All right, go for it.
Hello.
Ooh, that was a 20 for so long before it landed on an 8.
Right?
All right, so 18 will hit for sure. Go ahead and roll damage.
14.
14. That will be enough. So you blast this thing, and it skitters across. All right, it hits the ground, it goes rolling, and it just lays there dead and limp.
All right, with my Dark One's blessing, I get 14 temporary hit points from killing it.
Sure do.
So that bumps me up.
So Knobolas, before you do anything else, I'd like you to roll a perception check for me.
Why?
So
Oh God.
Russell
Okay,
Russell has a
okay.
good episode title. Who's smarter or who is touching themselves? All right, perception check, Knobolas.
All right.
Ooh, that's a good
18.
one. All right, with an 18, so you managed to see through the smoke, and you see up to the northeast, at the entrance to the Skyway, you see 3 people: a short dwarf with a blue beard, an Aarakocra, which is a bird person essentially, and a small gnome. And all 3 of them seem to be working on something. They're yelling to each other, but you can't quite make out what they're saying.
Okay.
And only you see that at the moment.
Okay.
All right. Anything else, Knobolas? You have another Eldritch Blast if you want, or whatever.
Oh, you're right. Am I seeing this gelatinous cube following me? Because it's still visible in my map.
At the moment, you still see it because the Sturge is inside of it, but it's dissolving quickly, and you imagine that it'll probably be gone very shortly.
Let me just Eldritch Blast it. I'm curious to see how it reacts to getting hit.
Sure.
Sturge.
16.
16. Ooh, that'll definitely hit. Its AC is 6.
I don't think it's possible for Knobolas to miss with the Eldritch Blast. I think
It would
they're
definitely be
missing.
hard. Yeah.
I spent all of my life training this skill. It's the only skill I have. It's just like blast everything with my nipples.
Every day, nipple workouts.
You know?
All right, so you go
All right,
ahead and blast
damage.
this. You definitely hit it, but you don't hit it for a whole lot. You hit it for 8 points of damage.
All right. I would like to, I'm curious to explore what I'm hearing. I haven't moved yet, but now that I know where that thing is, I'm gonna keep my distance. I'm gonna go right about here.
Okay.
And yeah, I'd like to go investigate whatever I'm hearing over here. Can I investigate it now, or am I too far still?
Not this turn, only because you've already kind of percepted the situation, and you've
Okay.
done kind of your whole turn. All right, TaLin, you're up.
Okay. So one action is I'm removing the stupid Sturge. Fucking mosquito.
Yeah.
And the other is Booker is going to maul. Oh. Do I need to do something for removing the Sturge?
You're totally fine. When you said one action, like sometimes I personally confuse like 2 attacks with 2 actions. Action, bonus action, totally fine. I should have assumed better of you. My mistake. All right, your action, you're removing the Sturge, totally fine.
And then Booker is attacking that thing.
Okay, the
Intellectual Devour. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I like intellectual
buddy.
devour.
I know.
It's like a devourer that's really thoughtful.
Yes. What is intellect?
He deep thinks it, okay.
And why do I crave it so?
Does a 14 hit?
A 14 will hit, yes.
Okay, good. Okay. And so that's 10, and then the 1d4.
Yep.
Wah wah.
Ooh,
Makes
you
for
are the
another
queen
3.
of rolling
So 13
exactly what you need. It had 3 hit points left. All right, so.
Thank God! Finally, I killed.
Why don't you tell me what this looks like? What does Booker do to this brain with legs?
So Booker definitely just kind of, in one bite, gets the entire brain part, but just the legs are outside of it, and just kind of dangling and freaking out outside of his mouth until he starts chewing.
Nice. So he's just squishing it.
And he does.
Squish.
Yeah.
Awesome. Love it. All right. Anything else?
And are we able to, like, if I move, will that be a reaction for the Sturge or the other intellectual devour? Intellect devourer, not intellectual.
The Sturge, yes. The intellect devourer, no.
Okay.
Unless you move past the intellect
right
devourer. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
so you're gonna
we're
stay
good.
put.
That's
Okay.
it.
Can
Cool.
I call out Polar Knight's comment in the chat? He says, "As a barber, I love this show, and the men's cams is a perfect evolution of beard growth." I'm assuming I'm the start, or maybe Adriana. Maybe it's okay. So, what are we going?
What?
Me, Bill, Jason, Ed.
You're
Ed
right.
is pretty
Yeah.
magnificent.
I actually
I'm loving
I
that.
just shaved this morning, so yeah.
I also
I-
shaved this morning.
Yeah, I went for a run and then shaved. So I always try to shave on Mondays, that way I look good for the stream, because I can only do so much to make this look any good. So
I have
mean-
to shave every other day, else I look like I tried to, like, when COVID first hit, I tried to, like, go without shaving, and I just looked absolutely unhinged.
I would believe that.
Same. Yeah.
All right.
Same.
So Alessio, you need to make a what kind of Constitution saving throw, and it'll be the end of your turn. Like, basically, in order to get unparalyzed, you need to roll above a 12, which you did. Unfortunately, that's your entire turn, but you are no longer paralyzed.
And so they go and paralyze me again.
Maybe we'll see.
That's always a possibility.
He has to roll to get his venom back, so it's a long shot. All right, Agnomeio, you are up. You are standing above the corpse of the hook horror Victorious, probably
Yes.
standing on it, knowing you, although it's not a table.
Yes.
You know.
You know, one of these killed my father. It's okay.
Oh.
He got better.
He got better. Oh, the
Wait,
deep
what?
lore is developing. I like this.
All right, I am going to charge into battle against Mr. I can't tell if that's a tongue or if that's a ZZ Top beard. Either way,
That is a ZZ Top. Actually, that's his chest.
I've decided it's its beard. I like that better. I think it's
All
cooler
right.
if it's got a really ridiculous beard.
Let's see. There we go. You know what? I could see that being his beard. Why not?
Okay, maybe it's his chest though. I could.
No,
Yeah,
I see the tongue, the chest, and the
Yeah.
beard.
I
see
kind
it
of feel
all.
like he doesn't have a lower jaw, so I don't really know. Maybe it's a
Maybe it'll
large.
just
Tongue's
run
really
together.
fucking creepy because it
The
looks like he's
chest and the
licking his
tongue.
crotch, basically. So that's also kind of weird.
All right, what are you doing, Agnomeio?
All right. Anyway, I'm stabbing him.
All right.
It doesn't matter what he looks like. I'm just stabbing him.
13.
You are stabbing him. Yep, just barely.
Oh, yay.
Yeah.
Giving him a shave.
Yeah.
Jeez,
Yeah.
you guys are monsters. 13 hit points of damage. Awesome.
13,
I think I need
and
to
then-
make some more dragons come out of here.
Yeah.
Ow.
No.
And then a 20. So
Another 20. Yep, that'll do it.
and Another 15 damage.
Another 15 points of damage. That'll actually kill it. You you killed it by 1 hit point. A little overkill. Nice.
I am efficient.
Yes. You run up and stab, and it just drops to the ground. Swipe. And a G chiseled into its beard somehow.
like how they got the sign shaved on someone's head. kinda, where
Exactly.
they put
Yes.
little
Like a
design
lightning
in it.
bolt. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Okay. Well, that is all.
Can you tell I was a boy in the 90s? Lightning bolt carved, shaved in my head.
Yep.
All right, up next is an Intellect Devourer. This one is actually still at full health, TaLin, and it's going to move towards you.
Hey.
So, this guy is going to use his Devour Intellect on you.
I don't like it.
Roll a Intelligence saving throw, please.
Working on it. Sorry. There we go. Come on.
7.
Oh, shit.
All right, so 7 will fail. So you apparently you're only going to take 3 points of damage. However, you're also going to take, let's see, roll 3d6. What's your intelligence, please?
12.
12. All right. So 3d6, a 13.
No!
If the total equals or exceeds the
No!
target's
Shit.
intelligence score, that score is reduced to 0. The target is stunned until it regains at least 1 point of intelligence. So
How do you do that?
that's
Go
a
to
good
class?
question. Basically, you need to sleep. So you are currently incapacitated.
Rotation to do that.
I'm so dumb. I'm unconscious.
Basically, yes. So I will, however, allow Booker to like do stuff with you, like as far as dragging you around or whatever. Like you could still control Booker,
Okay.
because he will act on his own. However, you as TaLin Creek are having a bad day.
Now.
And also, you know,
Yep.
this intellectual hour might do something else on its next turn. All right, so the gelatinous cube is up next, and it has 15 feet of movement, which cannot quite make it to you. It's just chasing you, Knobolas.
How does this thing move? Is it like sliding or is it like
So actually, great
Yeah, but
question. So
shalumping.
so it is sliding, and actually what you notice is that the ground that is sliding over, it emerges on the other side completely pristine. Any little pebbles, any dirt, whatever, just
it's
gone.
cleaning.
In fact, actually, some mages will use these in their dungeons to keep them clean. All right.
Yeah, but there's like good cleaning and bad cleaning.
This is
like-
definitely bad cleaning.
Yeah.
All right, so TaLin, I'm not sure what you're gonna do about your situation, but I would also say you're far enough away from your group that although they might wonder where you are, they can't really see you. However, Lil
Okay, we got TaLin killed, guys.
Lil Grizz can see you. I don't know if that matters. So the Razor Claw is going to attack you, Alessio Morte, with its Razor Claws twice, potentially. 7 won't hit, and an 8 won't hit. Jesus Christ, guy. All right, the Razor Claw is going to just go kill itself, because apparently it's completely useless.
I'll leave rope-a-dope.
Yeah, right. All right, and then the Sturge, actually, the Sturge is going to reattach itself to your body, TaLin. This time, you
The
are
same one.
you're incapacitated, so it's going to make a attack with advantage. I don't believe it needs it. Yes, it does need it. All right, hold on. I actually don't even... So it has a 20. So it's going to do 7 points of damage to you, TaLin, and it's going to just attach to you. All right. Up next. A couple guys... These guys are basically just hanging out in this barricade. You're not close enough for them to care about, even though it seems like you're very close. You're not quite close enough for them to care about. They're defending this particular base. However, let's go back up to Knobolas. So Knobolas, you hear the voice, actually, it was Alessio. You met Magnus Stormrider before, but the rest of you did not. Correct me if that's wrong. I don't think any of you other than Alessio met Magnus, right? I know, TaLin, you bought something for Magnus and because you had been told about him, but I don't think anybody else met him. Okay. Cool. I'll take that as a affirmative. So Knobolas, you hear voices. Roll perception. Let's see how clear you can hear this.
It says the game is paused. So.
Oh, sorry about that. I must have whacked the spacebar.
Is somebody moving?
Your husband wants everybody to save you.
Aw, thanks.
All right,
That's a lie.
with a 20, so you hear a voice of a female gnome saying something to the effect of like, "All right, it's all fixed. Let's get on." And that's all you hear.
Shit. I can only, but like Knobolas would assume that they're talking about the sky thingy.
Okay.
Okay, great. But most importantly, I saw this little sludgy cube, the Jello. I saw him come towards me.
Yes.
Right.
And
so I saw him move
actually,
through dirt.
at this point, I would say, even though you saw where it just was, it's gonna fade into like it's now done digesting the Sturge. You can't
I get
physically
that,
see it
but
anymore.
I saw it move.
But
the
you
dirt,
saw it. It's
though,
10 feet
right?
away from you. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I'd like to Eldritch Blast that direction.
Okay. Go for it. So I'll make it visible again just for targeting reasons.
All right, 26.
26 will hit.
Does that hit?
Yep. For 9 points of damage. So it's gonna take 9 points of damage and get moved back 10 feet.
Yep. And then I would like to hit it again.
Okay. 21 points of damage. Okay, 21. I mean, sorry, 21 will hit.
Sorry, that was the attack.
Yep. No,
Sorry.
you're
14 points of damage.
I've drank a lot. All right, 14 points of damage. That'll do it. So you're starting to.
And also
you
push it back. Oh,
Yep,
sorry.
push it back again. Nope. With that last blast, you actually see it rips a hole through it, and you see a bunch of goo just right out of it. It quickly seals back up, but there's like a wet spot in front of it on the ground. However, you've now pushed it back into the fog, and you can no longer see it. By fog, I mean
Did it
smoke.
go back the full 10 feet though?
It did, yes.
Okay, just want to make sure. Look at one
Yeah,
at 5.
it's
Okay.
it's whatever. Maybe it didn't. It's large, so it's hard to do. It's 40 feet away from you at the
No, I
moment.
got you. I just want to make sure it doesn't.
No, it's
kill me.
cool. You know, just let TaLin die. It's fine. All right.
Oh,
Anything else?
You know what?
Excited to be part of it.
I'd like to move closer to this conversation I'm overhearing.
Yep.
There's not much action I can do at this point, but I'd like to kind of maybe go hide behind this rock over here just to see if I can listen and like take a look
Sure.
at what's happening over here.
Awesome. All right. On your next turn, we'll address that. All right, TaLin. So you are incapacitated, which means that, like, you don't have to roll death saves or anything like that. You just can't do anything, but you can control Booker. What would you like to do?
So can Booker get 2 attacks?
Booker can do his normal 1 attack. Good try, though.
All right. Well, the intellect devourer seems like the bigger douche, and Booker's got a taste for brain, so he's gonna go after the intellect devourer.
Okay.
That's coming after me.
Yep.
Also, if that dies, do I does my brain stop being?
You're totally just you are. I don't even know the words, but you're stupefied. Oh.
And it's only an 11.
Nope, that will not hit.
So great. Also, Booker barks a bunch to try
Yep.
and get attention for help.
You know what? I'll give you this. Make an intimidation check with Booker. Let's see if you can redirect his attention. It's got to be a high roll, though, because this is the entire point of the Intellect Devourer, is it stupefies and then it eats your brain and kills you.
Okay.
Well, that's not pleasant.
So wait. Intimidation is charisma. Okay. I'm gonna have to roll it because it doesn't actually have those things here. So I'm gonna use my real dice. Is that cool?
Sure. So it's a +0 for Booker. So whatever you roll.
Yeah. So it's whatever my dice is, I guess.
Because you're rolling something that matters. Although you're rolling, I'll trust you to be honest. I'm gonna have you roll a 14 or higher in order to attract its attention.
Okay.
All right, go for it.
So. Okay.
Charity roll. Or,
See what it is. It is exactly a 14. Is that what you said? A 14 or higher?
All right, so
you see
Booker jumps between you and the Intellect Devourer and starts growling. The Intellect Devourer perceives him as so much of a threat that he needs to deal with Booker before you. Perfect. I certainly can't argue with that roll. That's perfect. All right, excellent. I like calling that stuff out loud first because then it makes my decisions feel less, attacky.
Arbitrary.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else, TaLin? I think that was the end of your turn.
That's it. But Booker was barking. Just, throwing that out there.
So, Alessio, you are no longer paralyzed. And it's your turn.
Well, I'm going to go after this one guy in front of me here.
Okay.
I'm going to use my... I'll use the Glacial Sting again and attack him.
Dun, dun,
I feel
dun.
like this is the most split up we've been.
I
during the
know.
battle.
This was what I was hoping was going to happen. So an 18 will hit.
Not me.
I gave you guys lots of distractions to see what you would do. This is fun for me. All right. 9 points of damage. So that will... Okay. 9 points of damage. So this is the first time that this creature has been hit. So the Razor Claw Kobold, he's taken some damage.
Agnomeio's so into this music.
Me too. It's great.
oh, I don't hear the music. Now I need to turn.
That's your own fault. All right. What else are you doing, Alessio, if anything?
That's it.
All right. I think... Okay. I always think that you get 2 attacks. I don't know why. Agnomeio, you're up.
Agnomeio looks around and is like, wait. 1, 2, 3. Wait, where's TaLin? And turns around the barking. Oh, sheet. Sheet.
I think that's fair. Yeah. Booker barking, you definitely would have heard.
So I'm going to dash back as fast as my little
tiny little legs. You can go 50 feet. Yep. All right. It's at this point you see TaLin. She's not like laying. She just is kind of standing there, just like she dropped her book on the ground, and Booker is standing between her and one of these little brains with legs. There is a gigantic mosquito attached to her, which has its abdomen filling with blood as you watch.
Oh.
Yes.
After I got bit by the devourer, yeah. And I hate dropping my books. I can't stand them getting dirty, so those are not good.
All right. What do you? So that was your.
Does he get advantage for dancing?
That's all I could. Wait, no, I could. Nope, I can't shoot. I used my action surge. Never mind.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So up next is the intellect devourer that is currently going to be more focused on Booker. So it's going to attempt to devour Booker's intellect. So Booker needs to roll an intelligence saving throw.
Okie dokie. Which he has a -1 on. So that's fun. Oh, it's an 8.
An 8. Okay. So Booker is going to take 10 points of damage. And roll 3d6. Uh-oh. Booker is his intelligence is
also
now
devoured.
0, and he is incapacitated.
Great. We're doing great over here.
Yeah, you're having you probably should have kept up with the rest of the group. All right. Whoops, not regenerating. Okay.
He just ran off to go help some random fucking dwarves for no reason. Thought we were going the other way.
I didn't.
So
Yeah, he did.
Does that make it better?
I killed some
Knobolas is just dealing with this freaking cube.
I know, right?
Listen, I killed some mosquitoes, a cube, a freaking brain thing.
So Alessio, over your shoulder, you see where there was once an intellect devourer. It is no longer laying on the ground. It is now floating through the air and just kind of tumbling over itself.
Oh, that's not great.
Right about there.
Oh no.
All right. Up next is the Razor Claw next to Alessio. It's going to make an attack at you with its Razor Claws, as one would.
Mm-hmm.
This thing is the most worthless creature I have ever created. It has rolled so bad tonight. Like it would be better off.
Why can't I run into that?
It would be better off just humping your leg. Like, I mean, for real. So, all right, the Razor Claw is ineffectual. The Sturge. So here's what's going to happen. Lil Grizz, having been in your bag, and this Sturge attaching itself to your back, I'm going to give Lil Grizz a little bite attack against this.
What?
Against this Sturge here.
Wait, then shouldn't Lil Grizz have initiative and get to fight?
Lil Grizz is injured and he's hiding in your bag. He just
Yeah,
rolled a
he's
nat,
literally almost dead.
and he just rolled a nat 20 against the Sturge, which is immediately going. Like, the thing has 2 hit points. There's no chance it's not going to die.
Yes.
Lil Grizz pops out of your backpack, blinking away the pain, and he sees the Sturge attached to you, and he bites it and pops its abdomen. Blood spurts everywhere, and the thing falls off of you dead.
And you're not gonna be like, that blood has acid and fucking causes 20 points of damage or something, right?
You sound like Jason now. I like it. I'm really like just beating you all down. I like it. All right.
Yeah.
So up next is Knobolas.
All right. Well, can I
Natural
listen
20.
to see
Go
if I
Lil
hear
Grizz.
any other conversation from these folks
I'm
over
so
at my
proud of
right?
Lil G.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can. Well, so. I won't even make you roll a perception. At this point, you are basically hiding behind the rock. And actually, so the Aarakocra, which, like I said, is a bird person. It's the normal size of a human, large wings on its back. This particular one has blue feathers, and it appears feminine in form. She actually kind of sees you, and she steps down.
No, how?
she steps down a couple of feet, and she says, Magnus, there's somebody here, and she points at you. She says, what do you need to get? What are you doing here?
Oh, I don't think this is a bad thing.
Okay, that was weird because I wasn't expecting to be seen, but okay. I would like to step forward and be like, I am Knobolas.
Who is a Knobolas?
Or it is me, Knobolas.
What? I don't know what a Knobolas. Do you need to get to this? Is it just you?
Yes. My
it's
crew,
just you.
We need to get to this. No. My crew, they are being attacked by weird brain thingies behind me. We have to get to the sky thing.
All right. We're just about to leave. You can come join us.
Okay, but first, I'd like to turn to these two red guys behind me, and I'd like to Eldritch Blast each of them.
Okay. Like this one down here?
This one, yeah.
Okay, go for it.
That was probably a bad idea, but let's do it.
That's all right. Bad ideas are great.
All right, 29.
A 29 will hit.
All right. Then a 12 damage.
12 damage. Okay. So you blast a mush hammer kobold with 12 points of damage.
He's not dead, though?
No, he's not dead.
All right, I'll do that again to the same guy. All right, 22.
22 will hit.
$11 damage.
Okay. 11 will not hit, not kill it, but it is definitely like out of nowhere. These purple beams just fly through the barricade and just obliterate this mush hammer. It goes flying backwards, 20 feet at this point, and tumbling back through the boxes and crates and everything behind the barricade. Okay. Good job. And then this Aarakocra kind of motions for you. She says, "We need to leave now. Come here."
Can I scream to my friends? Like, I know they can't see me because I'm like in the fog, but like, can they like? I just like to call out like, Snortimers, soldiers, run to the sky ship.
Sure. Yeah. All right. So TaLin, you can't really comprehend these words. You hear a voice yelling, but you are literally as dumb as a rock.
Right.
All right. So and actually, TaLin, it's your turn.
Wait, I haven't moved yet.
Oh, go ahead and move.
I'm gonna. You know what? It sounds like it's pretty important for me to get over there, so I'm gonna go join these folks over here.
Okay. All right. So TaLin, at this point, there's really not much that you can do to
I was
regain
gonna
your
say I
intelligence.
can't do anything, right?
Yeah,
Me and Booker are like unconscious.
Yeah, so Lil Grizz is hanging out of your backpack. He's got a mouthful of blood. Booker is unconscious. Incapacitated. Where the hell did Booker go? Did you move him? I don't even see him.
No.
Whatever, I'll find him. I think he's... Whatever. All right, so that'll be your turn. There's really nothing you can do. Alessio, you're up.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
I'll swing at this guy again in front of me.
All right. I have no idea where Booker went. I'll drop another Booker on the playing field.
Is it intellect devourer on top? Oh, there he is.
14.
14 will hit. Yep.
Yeah. 13 damage.
13 damage. That will almost be enough. So the Razor Claw Kobold, you see, you actually carve off a giant chunk of its mushroom hat, and exposing a bit of its brain. Now, what you see, where its brain should be, you see a dazzling purple glow, and you see like a fungus rot kind of encompassing half of its brain.
Oh God.
It seems like it's in pain, but it doesn't seem affected by the fact that its brain is exposed to air. Something more is going on here. I have no idea where Booker went, so I'll just drag him on. Sorry about that. All right, go ahead.
No, that's it. That was my turn. So.
All right. I don't remember how much health Booker had. Do you have any idea? He was like maybe half. Is half fair?
Yeah, it was
No,
at
full.
least.
He was at least
Yeah,
full.
no, I think that's right. I think 19.
All right, we'll go
I
with
think
that.
19 is right. Yeah.
All right, cool. I must have deleted him somehow.
It was still double digits.
All right, cool. Up next is Agnomeio.
Okay. I am going to charge directly at this stinky little dog beast.
Okay.
Chop it to beats.
And you're going to chop it to pieces?
Chop it to beats.
Chop it to beats. All right, I wish you luck. 'Cause,
Oh.
you know.
No.
So an 11, honestly, an 11 just barely misses.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
Well, doing it again. Okay, 22.
22 will hit, yes. If you have any way to do a lot of damage, now's the time.
17. But I'll
17.
throw on. I can throw on some stuff.
Okay.
I'll just use one of my superiority dice. Actually, I can just add. Can I just add as many as I want? Or do I have to use just one per?
I honestly don't know. How many superior...
That's okay. I'll just use one then. If we don't know off the top of our heads.
Yeah.
So I'll just throw a D8 on there, and I will do some maneuver. It doesn't really matter which one. So another 5.
All right.
Nice.
Another 5. So 5. That will do it by 1 point. All right. So you run up behind this intellect devourer and you skewer it on the end of Pyroxis, and
Gross.
it sizzles and burns and then just kind of crisps up and falls away.
Okay. All right. So I ran. I attacked. I guess I could get a little bit closer. I want a fireman's carry TaLin.
Okay.
Hoik her up. But do I have to wait till next turn for that?
I will let you pick her up, so that you can like kind of use your movement, and you can move half of your movement with her on your shoulder.
Okay.
Question
here's
is,
the other thing.
yeah, go ahead.
I also want to pick up Booker.
Okay. So I'll let you kind of like grab them both by the collar, her by the collar of her shirt, him by his literal collar, and drag. And I'll, what do you have, 25 feet of movement? I'll let you go 10 feet per turn with that.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Thank you.
Up next is, let's see how far I can move. Ooh, yeah. All right. So Alessio, behind you, you feel a little tapping on your shoulder as this gelatinous cube emerge.
Oh no!
And it slaps you with its pseudopod, as you know they're known to do, for 12 points of damage. It does not engulf you, actually
melt the Jello.
So it doesn't. Nope. So because it couldn't quite get onto your spot, it can't engulf you, but it does. It does whack you with its pseudopod, and next turn won't be so pleasant if it's still there and you're still there. All right, so Razor Claw is up next. He's also going to attack you, Alessio. Sorry, you're just getting... actually, at this point, he's going to get advantage. The Gelatinous Cube, less so, but the Razor Claw is definitely going to get advantage on his attack, which
Why is
might
he gonna
actually...
get advantage? I'm looking
well,
at
because
him.
he's flanked.
Doesn't matter. He rolled a 6, dumbass.
Well, that was just with his first... holy... He rolled 2 freaking 6s. And then he rolled a natural 1... And then he rolled a 19. All right, so finally he gets to hit you for 4 points of freaking... all of that. He's hit you like... He's tried to attack you 3 times, and he has done a grand total of 4 points of damage with his damn Razor Claw. All right.
Must be nice.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Up next, Knobolas. What are you doing?
All right, I'm seeing all this going on like south of me.
I would say
Well,
you
can I talk to
aren't.
these folks first, or is that kind of like...
So here's what you hear. You basically just hear Agnomeio screaming in the smoke as he runs, and maybe like you might actually hear him grunting as he's pulling something. But that's really it, because there's screams coming throughout this cavern. There's combat. There's all kinds of stuff going on. I would say you probably aren't hearing much from Alessio. Yeah, that's really it.
How far is my line of sight? Like, how far can I see?
Good question. I'd say probably like 60 feet. So like just short of the gelatinous cube. Whoops, I shouldn't have moved you. That's okay.
I was on the phone. What are you doing all the way up there, Knobolas?
No.
I can see these bitches, right?
You could see them. Yeah. Yep. You could see
You gonna
this
pick a
guy
new
too.
fight?
I mean, can I talk to these people around me, or should I save that? Like, or is it talking
It's
time?
completely
or
up to you.
fighting time?
What are you doing?
Dude,
you got
hit the
5,
hit the freaking
4,
Okay,
bell.
I'll ask them. Okay,
3.
Why aren't you guys fighting? These guys are attacking our friends, and like, what is happening?
So Magnus actually walks up to you and he says, "Our only goal is to get up to that skyship and get out of here." And actually, at this point, you see no, it's a good thing. Although I do realize that I'm now making you see something. You see both Ragnar and Alicia appear out of the smoke, and they are walking towards the skyship. Hurriedly. They both look like as if they've been in some combat. They're covered in just kind of like a black ichor. Alicia looks scared out of her mind, and Ragnar is pulling her by the hand. Magnus points over to them and he says, "Our only goal is to get them out of here. If you're on the ship, you can come with us."
Shit. I'm gonna shout out again to my friends. I'm like,
Burn the ship.
Mortimer's. You want to say snout or stout?
I want to say that too. Whenever I think about it, Snortimer Stout.
Come to the northeast now, or the skyship leaves. And I still want to Eldritch Blast these little fuckers I can see over here.
Sure. All right. So why don't you go ahead and do that? Just because we're running out of time, I'm going to move along.
I know, I'm sorry.
So no, you're fine. All right. So TaLin, you and Booker are incapacitated. There's really nothing that you can do. Lil Grizz, actually, you're safe, roughly. So we'll go to Alessio. Alessio, you are surrounded at the moment and alone. What are you doing?
Well, I think what I want to do is Misty step the hell out of there. I will go towards. Which way do I want to go?
So while you're doing that, I'll tell
Maybe
you,
northeast,
Knobolas,
like I just said.
Knobolas, you were able to kill one of the kobolds, and you were able to injure one of the other ones that's kind of standing on the crate behind the barricade.
Okay, I just wanted to do something.
Yep, that was good. You blasted one of them, and then you knocked the other one off off the crate. All right, sorry, Alessio. So you're gonna Misty Step.
I'm gonna Misty Step.
So you would have heard
way.
Knobolas yell that you wanted to that he was telling you to go to the northeast. Whether you follow that or not is up to you.
Oh, go to the northeast.
Yep. You would have heard what he yelled, like come to the northeast or the skyship's going to leave without us.
All right. Well, so if I was here, I can Misty Step up that way. So I'm going to go up here to there.
Okay.
And then for my turn, I'm going to use my bow and arrow and try to kill this Razor Claw.
Okay. Cool.
Let's see here.
With a
Use my
vengeance.
short bow. With a vengeance. Oh God. 10.
Well, you're rolling as good as he does. 10 will not hit.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Which is too bad because you got 5 hit points left.
Yeah, seriously.
Without a vengeance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
All right,
rolling
so-
like shit tonight.
So you used your bonus action to Misty Step, your action to attack. You still have your movement.
Yeah, I'm still gonna move a little bit further up north to get away
Cool.
from the freaking Jello.
All right, Agnomeio, you are all by yourself dragging,
Yes,
dragging,
I am.
and you're probably about there. Actually,
Yeah, I
you're
drag him
probably
with you,
you're about there.
I am
Yeah.
I am yelling, "Help us! I know Alessio! Knobolas! I can't carry them both! I'm not strong enough!"
Oh man, tugging at my heartstrings, man.
All right. Up next is the gelatinous cube, which is going to go invincible once again. However, For those of you who could see it, which would probably be only Alessio, you would see the Razorclaw kobold starting to float within this gelatinous cube and begin to be dissolved. Yeah, so the one that you left is now being eaten alive by the gelatinous cube.
Woohoo!
Oh, nice.
So it is.
I get mushroom head.
I'm not even gonna make it roll for a save. It was so close to dead. Knobolas, at this point, you see there's a small gnomish woman in front of you. She's got pink hair, and you see in her hair she's got these. They look like wings. They're not like biological wings. They're like a piece of jewelry, and they're kind of sticking out almost like a tiara. And she's looking back at you and Magnus and the other Aarakocra that you don't know, and she says, "We need to go right now." What are you doing?
Please, my friends, they're in danger. They're right behind us. If we all get together, we can bring them along with us.
And Ragnar and Alicia, they kind of step up and they walk up as if, they're listening to this gnome.
I like to call out Alicia.
And she turns around and looks at you. Yeah. Yeah.
Just make eye contact.
Yep. Yep.
What does she do when I do that?
She looks back at you and she says, "Knobolas, I'm so glad that you've made it. We got to get on the tram."
Remember what I told you, Alicia.
I do. What are you trying to get done?
I'm trying to get her to convince everyone else that they can wait 30 more seconds to bring my friends that are literally right there and join us. That's all I'm trying to convince her.
Roll a persuasion. And roll above a 10.
Okay.
I think 30 seconds isn't hard to buy.
Y'all better be freaking fast. We got a 19.
Cool. So Alicia looks at Ragnar and she says, "Honey, we need to give them time to escape. We need to be able to save everybody that we can. That's what a good leader would do." And Ragnar kind of puffs up a little bit. He's like, "Yeah, this is what a good leader would do. All right. Hold the tram for 3 more minutes. No longer." And so you bought yourself 3 more minutes, which is a few turns.
Right.
What are you doing? What are you doing, Knobolas? You still have, whatever.
There's not much I can do to help the general situation, but I do know I can still see these enemies, or if I can, I'm gonna walk a little bit closer to them, the ones that are a little more south of me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go ahead and Eldritch Blast the same guy that I hit last time.
I love that you just picking at these guys.
Well, I just don't want any other threats.
Yeah.
I don't want any other threats.
You totally should.
So let me attack this one right here.
All right.
13?
That's a good question. 13 will hit. Yep.
All right. 11 damage.
All right. So you hit for 11 points of damage. Okay. And you
Not
blast
dead?
him back a little bit. No, definitely not
Not
dead.
dead?
Nope.
All right.
However,
Let's hit him
at this, oh, you're gonna hit him again. Okay, go for it.
Sure. 15.
15 will hit.
Then 15 points of damage.
He is as close to dead as you can get. He's got 1 hit point left. But you
All
blasted
right.
him halfway across this whole barricaded area. That being
Into
said,
the fire?
not quite. No. Good try though. I liked it. I like where you're thinking.
Okay,
I will say
fair.
that you have now attracted the attention of this entire little hive of kobolds, though. So we'll see how
come on,
that
bring it
turns
on,
out for
bring it
you. You've
Okay,
now killed
I'm gonna
two.
back up a little bit. No,
You've
I'm gonna
killed
back
one
up.
and almost killed a second one.
Bring it back towards the little skyship thing, and then I'll end my turn.
All right. So TaLin, you are still incapacitated. Alessio, you're up. You are
All right,
in
well.
between Knobolas and this group of kobolds that's defending this point for whatever reason, but you're basically in the middle of nowhere.
Well, I'm going to use my dash to go help Agnomeio over there because he's screaming for help and I hear him.
Sure.
My dash all the way about there.
Yep.
That's 60 feet.
Yep. All right.
Okay.
So what you see is Agnomeio trying with his little boots, and he's digging into the ground, and he is just dragging a dog and a halfling very slowly through the dirt, and he is sweating and he's panting, and he is just having a hell of a time.
All right, so I say, Agnomeio just says, "I'm here, my brother. Put someone on my back."
I'll give you because you've kind of bought Knobolas bought you guys a little bit of time. I'll give you a little extra movement if you want to get over and like try to help him with your next turn. That would be okay.
All right, yeah.
You guys can kind of meet up
next time, and then we can
Perfect.
figure it out. Okay.
Especially because Agnomeio's turn is next, so you kind of come over, assuming that you guys are both dragging. Is that what you're doing with your actions?
I'm trying to lift and get someone on my back here.
Yeah, if we could get them lifted so we can.
Yeah.
Sure. So both of you would be able to take somebody, and both of you will have half of your movement speed while you're carrying somebody. So Agnomeio, you put Booker on your back, and Alessio puts TaLin. I think that's funnier because Booker's probably bigger than TaLin.
I was gonna say Booker's a mastiff, and I'm tiny.
Yeah.
So
I am strong though. I'm wicked strong. So
yeah,
Okay.
I'm a pocket Hercules.
So I'll let you guys move 20 feet per turn, so you can get to about there. All right. So you're leaving, and Lil Grizz is tagging along. He's still in your backpack. TaLin.
Okay, good. I did want to ask him.
All right. So let's see. Up next is our gelatinous cube buddy, which again is invisible. The audience can see what I'm doing with it, but you guys can't. Well, I guess you could probably see me moving things.
Oh,
And we're all like, "Oh."
I probably shouldn't do that anymore, but that's okay. I'll keep that in mind. All right, Knobolas, you're up.
Oh shit. Okay.
So you bought 3 minutes, which realistically is 30 rounds. So you
It's
kind
a
of
bunch of rounds,
okay.
right?
You've bought a lot of turns by your roll. I actually I did a little bit of math based off what you rolled to see how long you would get. So you guys are okay at the moment, but you might want to still distract the group so that they don't change their minds. Or do whatever you want if you want to go try to help or whatever.
Flash him.
30 rounds.
No, don't do that.
What am I doing 30 rounds? I'm just kidding. You know what?
He's like, "How many could I sleep with?"
Yeah, I was gonna say Knobolas starts hitting on the Aarakocra.
Not what I was thinking at all. That's not what I was thinking. Is there anything I can see about this house down south that is like barricaded? Like what's being protected? Can I like perception or just see what's going on down there?
Roll perception.
I hate to leave that. They're obviously defending something.
Obviously.
All right, 20.
Even with a 20, what you can tell is that they are definitely defending something. They care about this one particular building for whatever reason, but there's really just no way that you could know. But what you do see is 2, 4, 6, 7 kobolds that are still alive that are defending this area, including 2 of them on the roof. And from what you have seen with the previous kobolds that you fought, the ones on the roof are the ones that can do like psychic long distance attacks. If you get too close, then you'll probably be in trouble.
And these like little foxy little mouse things that are on the boxes.
Yep.
Do they look like?
So those actually, I'm glad you asked. Those look like regular kobolds, which is a race that you have seen before. And when you first entered, those are what you saw running around. The corrupted kobolds are something completely different that seem to have emerged from underground. Just something that you guys had never seen it was a different part of somewhere that you've been that you guys didn't see, except for TaLin. TaLin did see the corrupted kobolds in their kind of natural habitat. The kobolds that you're seeing, they are red scaled kobolds, and they are fighting alongside these corrupted kobolds. You also see a couple of banners that have been plunged into the ground that have this 3-clawed thing on like a white flag with 3 claws.
And as I've been killing these guys, the people behind me waiting to leave, like they haven't flinched or anything. They've just been like letting me killing them.
Yeah, absolutely. Like in fact, if anything, they've been egging you on.
Okay.
These guys, like they're making.
them?
I mean, Ragnar knows them, and they seem to be friendly to you.
Can I ask people behind me, like, what is in that house? What are they defending?
You can certainly ask, but they I'll just tell you they don't know, or at least they say as much.
All right, gonna Eldritch Blast the 2 guys on the roof, one at a time.
I love it. All right, go for it.
Don't these people care about Ungar Zuek?
Not really.
Wow.
All right.
Ragnar is a piece of crap.
So they've got their orders and they are carrying them out.
All right, 22 with 11 damage.
22 will hit.
Ragnar does not have that excuse.
So
He is the
he is one of the leaders, one of 4 leaders. But you are correct. He is running for his life, and maybe that's not the most noble thing for him.
He's a
that will hit, and it does 11 points of damage. Okay, and you're attacking the same one again.
The same one.
All right.
29.
29. So that will do 9 points of damage. All right, so you blast this mycomancer, sorry, and he flies off the back of the roof. So he's actually going to take an additional d6 of damage, 6 points of damage, as he falls off the roof. You don't see it, but he has 1 hit point left. He falls off the back of the roof, and he's basically out of commission at the moment.
So dead?
He's not dead, but he tumbled off the back of the roof, and he's got 1 hit point. He's going to be very slow to recover. All right.
Okay.
Anything else, Knobolas?
God, I feel so useless. Like all my friends are over there fighting for their lives, and I'm like, ooh, what's in this little hut over here?
Well, you could have helped.
I could have, sure, but that freaking little glob monster is around there, so I'm gonna hang out over here.
And it's definitely got the hots for you.
Oh, okay. No, I'm just kidding. Ending my turn.
All right. Alessio and Agnomeio, let me just ask you guys as a team, is your intent to use your turn to continue to pull TaLin and Booker?
Yeah.
Yeah, but stay as close to the top near the rock as we can. Don't go
Sure.
into the middle where that freaking thing is. Go up. No, up.
Yep.
Up.
Oh, up further. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
along that line. Behind the rocks, away from the gleaming cube.
Sure. All right. So both of you will use that, and the gelatinous cube will make his movement. Let's see. Okay. And I didn't show what I was doing this time, at least not to the... Knobolas, it's your turn again. You're just kind of hanging out.
Knobolas.
So I'll just kind of tell you that. So the gnome, she is ushering both Ragnar and Alicia onto the tram, and from your position, what you can see is this tram is on chains, and through the skyway you could see an opening out the back of Ungor Zuek, which is leading up to the top of a mountain, and you can see that there is in fact a skyship up there.
Damn it.
This tram, it needs to travel quite a bit of distance to get up to the top of the second peak, but at least from where you can see, there's nothing in between you guys. You just need to get on the tram. And this gnome is ushering both Ragnar and Alicia onto it, and they are now going to kind of disappear from the field of battle because they are on the tram. You see the gnome...
Didn't they grant us 30 turns?
Oh yeah, I mean they're going to try to wait for you guys for a few minutes, but they will eventually go. I mean a round is 6 seconds, so 30 rounds is basically 3 minutes or something like that.
Jam the tram.
So, anything else, Knobolas? Or what would you like to do?
I haven't done anything.
Sorry, what would you like to do?
I mean, I just might as well keep fighting off these enemies. I don't. Let's just shoot that same guy that I shot last time.
He's on the other side of the building. You can't see him.
No, this one.
There's another one on the roof.
Okay, you're gonna hit
sorry. You're right. I'm sorry. I shot the wrong one. Yeah, that one.
Okay,
That one.
sure.
Yes.
All right, you do your thing, and then I'll just kind of take charge of it. So we're gonna go to Alessio and Agnomeio, and they're gonna basically drag over the course of the next couple of rounds. They're gonna drag TaLin to the skyway. However, as you're blasting these guys, Knobolas, let's see, 13 damage, and then
It hits. It falls off the roof. It gets incapacitated, right?
No. It does fall off the it does fall off the roof,
It
but
does seem reasonable.
it doesn't get incapacitated.
Okay.
Actually, I probably shouldn't have let you hit it twice the last time, but that's okay. Either way, what you see as you guys are dragging TaLin, these couple of kobolds kind of come closer to you, and Knobolas, now that you've been attacking them, they have these slings, right? And the slings, they're swirling above their heads, and they are going to hit you with, or hopefully hit you with a sling bullet. Let's see. Does a 14 hit you?
I have a 14. Is that a yes or no?
So meet or beat. That's the best way to think about it. So it does hit you. So it hits you with 5, and it knocks you prone. As this slingshot thing hits you, and it just kind of like impacts you in the chest, which is your most delicate of areas.
Oh, you're telling me.
And now the next one's gonna take a sling at you too. And that is a no, that's a net
Nope.
one. All right, so you are knocked prone, so you're gonna have to use a little bit of your movement to stand up. But
Is it still my turn?
we're being a little bit looser at the moment with this.
I'm just saying that shit's gonna scare me, and I'm gonna run towards the cart.
All right, cool. Magnus will remember this. So
Wait, who's Magnus?
this guy right here, the one with the blue beard. He'll just note that you're kind of running away from your friends who are under attack
Well,
at the
fuck
moment.
him. Okay, you know what? Fuck that. I'm gonna go back over there.
Yeah, you said what you said. It's fine. You don't know. He looked at you with an eye. All right, Alessio and Agnomeio, why don't you guys tell me together what you're kind of doing? Are you racing for the tram, or are you?
Oh yes, we're racing for the. I mean,
It's not weak for them to race to the tram, but when I do this, Magnus.
Motherfucker, we're carrying people. Shut the fuck up.
He's been up with the tram for like 8 times. He's hanging out.
So I know I do love that. Like Clifton's just like, I'm just gonna like hang out here. You guys got drinks? You got beverages? What's going on?
I know. He's like asking about first class accommodations on the airship.
I don't really want to sit next to anybody. Like, can you see me at the middle seat?
Oh,
he's like, where do all the horse sit on the
Can you sit me next to Alicia? All right. Yeah. So Magnus is gonna look over at the Aarakocra, and he's gonna say, fly up to the jewel and let them know that we're coming. And you're going to see the Aarakocra is going to spread her wings, and she's going to flap a couple of times. The fog and smoke that's around you is going to separate as she creates kind of like just a whirlwind of smoke, and she's going to fly through the skyway and off into the distance as you see her fly up towards the Zeppelin. Magnus is going to yell to all of you, make sure you grab some balls as you get on the skyway. And you see that there's a crate that's filled with balls.
Why did you want to call me these balls?
So, as each one of you grabs the little white package that kind of fits over your neck and then straps around your back, connects to your chest, kind of think like a GoPro camera, and he's gonna grab one himself and just slap some balls on his chest, and all of you head on to the tram, which is where we're going to pick up for our episode next week.
Did you literally just say a small white package of balls?
Maybe it's a little bit.
Is that what just happened?
This is what y'all tested out a while ago for somebody.
Ball system.
He just slapping balls.
Slapping balls.
Just making sure I heard that right. That's all.
All right. So next week when we rejoin Snortiverse Soldiers, you guys will be heading up the tram towards the Jewel in the Mountain's Crown. This was a hell of an episode. Good job, guys. TaLin, I guess I found a way to make you stop talking.
Yep. I still talked. I knew you wouldn't like it, but I didn't give a shit.
Actually, I will commend you. You did a very good job. I was expecting a lot more. You'd be like, hey guys, I'm dumb. But until you get a long rest, or somebody maybe casts like a recovery spell on you of some sort, your intellect is 0. So we'll see what happens. Your friends are gonna have to take care of you. All right. Well, thank you everybody for watching tonight.
Good berries help.
Good berries would not help
anymore. I'm so excited.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us here on Dungeons and Drams. And I look forward to seeing you all next week. And thank you guys all for playing.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.